Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm a minute late, y'all. This is unlike me, but we are back. Act like we never left. We are down in South Beach for our first away game, y'all. Let's start the show. And we are back. This time we are down in South Beach, so we had to come correct. We had to come with the proper attire. We are chilling out here in the sun, unlike today's weather, although it was really nice today. It was a really nice day in the Northeast up here, but we are down south, out there in Florida, in Miami, having a good time. Hopefully not that good of a time while we've been down there, because we got business to take care of here today as the Knicks are taking on the Miami Heat. A very impressive start to the season for the Miami Heat. Big Rud, what's up, Big Rud? Jay Hammer, what's up? David Oz Jr., Knicks will be 2026 champs. Yes, sir. OG Rube, my man OG. What's up, OG? We got Mark, of course, my man Mark. Bernard Johnson, Kwame Robertson, Susan, of course. All the regulars in the chat. Appreciate y'all. We are here for Game 3 of the regular season on a football Sunday. We are still here, 6 p.m., New York Knicks. We are not going anywhere. This is what we do. Now, I had a very busy day trying to take care of some other things, and I did not get to the graphics the way I had planned to get to the graphics, but it's okay. It's okay, because we got more days ahead of us. It's still early in the season. I'm ready to go. I got to apologize to my man Ariel Huckporty, Huckamania, Big Huck. I have not made the Huckaporty graphic yet. He deserves a graphic. He's in the starting lineup. 2 starts in 3 games here in the regular season. Part of the reason he may be starting, there's 2 reasons why he's probably starting today. Number 1, the Miami Heat run a double big starting lineup with Kel'el Ware and Bam Adebayo, so it makes sense for Mike Brown to also utilize a double big lineup with Huckporty and Towns, which should be Mitchell Robinson, which we'll get to in the graphic, because I got a couple of opinions on Mitchell Robinson's status right now. That's reason number 1 why Huckporty is starting here tonight as well. Number 2, the second reason is Deuce McBride is out with personal reasons. Usually personal reasons mean one of 2 things. Personal reasons usually mean a child birth in the family, and the player needs to be present for that birth, and that makes sense. You should do that as a player. Deuce McBride has just had a child, so I don't think it's that. Personal reasons could also mean a death in the family, and the player needs to be present for that. And so I hope everything is okay with Deuce McBride. He's out for personal reasons, no injury to report, but we will be without Deuce McBride this late afternoon. Okay, so we're going to get Huckporty in the starting lineup. We're not going to get Deuce McBride off the bench, but we will have Josh Hart off the bench, and we will get to my man, Josh Hart, who shot terribly, but rebounded like a monster. My man, Robert. What's up, Rob? So we are going up against the Miami Heat, and we're going to start, as always, during Knicks games with the captain, Jalen Brunson, who's coming off his season high, Game 2, scored 31 points against the Boston Celtics the other night, and we saw a lot of classic Jalen Brunson. Just in case some people may have been worried that Jalen Brunson may have been neutered a little bit in the Mike Brown offense. We're not going to get the same JB one-on-one, boom, boom, let me cook my matchup because he can't guard me type of Jalen Brunson offense. We still got that against the Boston Celtics. It needs to be a healthy mix because that's what Jalen Brunson does best, but also have the ability to get him off ball and get him easier looks so he can be in rhythm. And then once he's in rhythm and it's fourth quarter time and he got to put the Superman cape on and Captain Clutch got to come into the building, he could still do that because we know he's capable of doing that. And the team is very successful doing that. So we saw in the first half against the Celtics, Jalen Brunson play one way, and in the second half say, give me the ball, I'm going to do Jalen Brunson things. And we were successful that way as well. So very happy to see it. C. Tyler, what's up, C. Tyler? Appreciate you. right? Very happy to see Jalen Brunson also cook that way while still playing within the offense somewhat. Jalen Brunson, we move on to Mr. Karl Anthony Towns, who for some reason is still playing. I love you, Big Towns. You're playing through injury. You're tough as nails. All of that. You're a dog. I'm going to give you all the superlatives, all the adjectives, all of it, because you need to sit down and rest that quad, big dog. I don't want to see this injury get exacerbated. Did I say that right? For some reason, I couldn't say it. I don't want to see the injury get worse because you keep trying to play through it. You got to rest the quad. At some point, you got to rest the quad. And maybe there's a soft spot in the schedule that they're eyeing, and they're like, just get to that point, and then you could take 2, 3, 4 games off, whatever you need, in order to properly rest it so that it can get a little bit better. Because he is moving gingerly. He's playing hard, and he's hustling, but a little bit of a step slow, as he usually is. He's a 7 foot tall, big, wide dude, all of the things. But, Pi be me, what's up, Pi? We getting that win? I hope you're talking about the Knicks, brother. I hope we is about the Knicks, because the Knicks are indeed getting the win, my man. Karl Anthony Towns, I feel like he is moving gingerly. I would just like to see him sit his butt down for a couple of games. Now, we are playing a Miami Heat team. The Knicks are still without Mitchell Robinson, so maybe once Mitchell Robinson comes back, Karl Anthony Towns can go take a little bit of a rest, right? Kind of swap the bigs around just to rest. Just get your bodies right. So a long season, no need to play through injuries that could get worse. And a quad strain, a muscle strain could get worse. So while he's been performing admirably, extremely well, putting up numbers that will be updated at some point, putting up numbers, Karl Anthony Towns, I need you to relax. I need you to just chill out for a little bit. We get over to OG Anunoby, who has he's the dog. He's been a dog since the start of the season. He had an incredible game 1 against Cleveland, continued it with a very good night against Boston. Wasn't outstanding against Boston. It was a regular OG Anunoby night. Wasn't super outstanding, but was obviously still very good and still very impactful in the game, as he usually is. The three-point shot looks very good. I will say, last year it felt a little up and down with OG Anunoby from three-point line. Some stretches he'd be in fuego and feel like he'd shooting 60% from three, and then other times he'd be shooting 20% from three. And I think part of that was the quality of looks he was getting, shots he'd have to settle for, he'd have to create a lot for himself, especially once Jalen Brunson went down and whatnot. We know what happened with OG Anunoby and the Knicks roster last year. That's in the past. So today, this season, with Mike Brown in this new offense, OG Anunoby getting a lot more off of movement, getting a lot more catch and shoot opportunities, open catch and shoot opportunities being provided by guys like Brunson and Bridges, we'll get to, because Bridges has continued to do exactly what I thought Mikal Bridges would do in this offense. OG Anunoby has been very good, as well as he's in that conversation. I mean, it's 2 games into the season. Everybody's in the conversation. But he's in the conversation for all defensive first team. He's not going to win Defensive Player of the Year because that freak down in San Antonio, the alien down in San Antonio, is going to win it as long as he gets the 65. But he going to make first team all defense. Best believe that. Anthony M. What's up, Anthony M? Mikal Bridges, who had the most disappointing season last year, is so far having an incredible bounce-back season. The volume of three-point shooting, I'd still like to see go up, but playing well, getting to his spots. The best part about his game so far to me has been his creation, has been the fact that this is an offense that suits his skill set very well. He loves movement. He is a good decision maker off of the movement, makes decisions very quickly. So even if you hit him on a cut and he doesn't necessarily have the ability to get all the way to the basket or have the ability to get a shot off, he is good at making the next decision, the next pass over. He's a very good connective player, so I'm ready to watch Mikal Bridges continue to thrive. And also, the defense intensity and the defensive attention has taken a step up for Mikal Bridges for whatever reason. Maybe he's just more comfortable here in New York. Maybe he's more comfortable with his teammates. Maybe he's just vibing more with the defensive game plan that Mike Brown has put together. Whatever the case may be, he's playing much better at all phases of his game so far. D-Raz, what's up, D-Raz? My man Mitchell Robinson. So I said I had some thoughts on Big Mitchell Robinson. I got some thoughts on Big Mitchell Robinson. We are in Game 3 and still no sign of Mitchell Robinson coming back, except for the fact he did travel with the team down to Miami, which is a good sign, obviously, right? Again, if he's not 100%, they're not going to play him. I think they should just say The ankle swelled up, or he didn't respond super well after that a preseason game, and we're just gonna hold him out until he's 100%. He's not re-injured. He didn't re-aggravate it, nothing like that. But we don't want to push him regular season. Like, I wish they would just come out and say that rather than me having to infer that information based off of what they said so far. But obviously, you guys know I want to see Mitchell Robinson on the court. I would very much like to see my man Big Mitch playing out there. It's unfortunate how far we're going to have to go into the season, it seems, to see him when apparently he's healthy, but just we're load managing him in a way that feels a bit confusing. If only they were a bit more forthright with the information, we wouldn't have to guess what's going on with the Big Mitch. I don't think he's injured. I don't think he re-aggravated, anything like that. Again, what I think is happening with Big Mitch is he didn't feel particularly well. He made that known to the trainers, like, hey, ankle kind of stiff. And they're like, okay, cool, sit down. Don't worry about it, Big Mitch. You're going to sit down for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, month, because we're not going to push you at all. And if the ankle's feeling stiff, then we'll massage it. We'll make sure you get your workout in. We'll make sure you stay in shape and all of that. But obviously, if he were injured, they would make it be known that there was an injury. I don't think he re-aggravated it. I think that is a big enough situation where they would have announced that. But hopefully we get to see him soon. I'm going to leave it at that. Joseph Dickens, what's up, Joe? I'm a true legend Knicks fan. Let's go. Yes, sir. Elvin Villamore, what's up, Elv? Just wondering if you ever plan for a t-shirt merch. Yes, sir, Elvin. Yes, sir. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. I got a box here full of sweaters and t-shirts and hats and stuff that I'm going through the fabric. I got to pick out what I want, how I want it to look. I have to order samples, make sure everything is exactly how I would very much like it. It is the first version of everything, so it's not going to be 100% how I love it, but we'll get there. T-shirts, sweaters, hats, sweats, all of the stuff on the way soon. You guys will be notified and updated properly. Best believe it. But it is on the way. Isaiah Gardner, what's up, Isaiah Gardner? Deuce ain't playing for personal reasons. Absolutely. Hopefully everything is good on the Deuce McBride family front, and it's just something he had to go take care of, and he'll be back and everything's fine. Hopefully, right? Isaiah Gardner said time for Clarkson to step up on the bench. Excellent point, and we'll get to it, Isaiah Gardner. We'll get to it as this graphic comes up at some point. But we're going to move on to Mr. Josh Hart, who made his season debut against the Boston Celtics the other night. My man still looked like he was playing with a bad back, and some of the shots he took clearly looked like that finger's still bothering him. He didn't shoot it well in the preseason, in the only 7 minutes he played in preseason. And the shot doesn't look particularly good. So I will say I am concerned about Josh Hart as the season goes on. I wish he would just get the surgery now, early in the season, on his finger to fix it, and then come back fully healthy, ready to go for the season instead of having to play through a finger injury from the start of the year to the end of the year. Doesn't make a ton of sense to me why that's the decision we're making, why that's the decision Josh Hart decided to make, but, Josh Hart is still going to be able to do the things he does well. In his season debut, 13 rebounds, 18 minutes, 6 or 7 or 8 offensive rebounds, absolutely ridiculous performance from him. So even though he can't shoot it well, even though the offense isn't there, he talked about in the pregame also his legs were like jelly, which, obviously will get better as the season goes on. But, you saw him come short often as he attacked the rim. It wasn't just the jump shooting that was off, the finishing at the rim, which he's usually an excellent finisher at the rim, was also off. So as he continues to play again, didn't get to play a whole lot of preseason, as he continues to play and build chemistry and get acclimated to the new system and whatnot, I expect Josh Hart to get better and better and better. But as long as he's out there doing the things that Josh Hart has always done and is excellent at in terms of rebounding and pushing the pace and getting out in transition, we're going to be all right. It's Josh Hart. We know what to expect. Elvin said, I wonder how far this winning streak will last. Knock on wood. What are you predicting? I personally want to see a Jeremy Lin winning streak. We'll go through the schedule. We'll go through the schedule at some point during the show here tonight, but we'll get to it. Deuce McBride is not playing for personal reasons. He's been excellent so far in the first 2 games, especially the last game. I mean, he was excellent against Cleveland with the shooting. Didn't shoot particularly well against Boston, but you saw the other aspect that makes him so valuable. His point of attack defense as being put into the starting lineup was fantastic, was phenomenal. I mean, completely shut the water off of Payne Pritchard, who has gone off to a slow start to start the year. But Deuce McBride made his life hell and did not give him any easy looks and did not allow him to find a rhythm. He's still trying to find a rhythm, but did not allow him to find a rhythm now that Pritchard is a full-fledged starter. Big Gershon Yabusele, I've been trying to tell you guys to watch out for Big Gersh, right? He has not been a great transition from his time with Philly here to the Knicks. He's struggled a bit in preseason. Didn't do really anything in the Cleveland game. But the other night against Boston, we saw the aspects of Gershon Yabusele that make him such an attractive player, right? Rotation player. Coming off the bench, played small ball 5 against Boston, a stretch big. He knocked down a 3, was his only basket, but he also battled on the glass, picked up a bunch of rebounds, which was an issue during preseason where we talked about we need Gershon Yabusele to be a rebounder. He wasn't rebounding particularly well at all. But during Boston, you saw him really battle on the glass, grab some rebounds, box out extremely well. Even if he wasn't the one grabbing the rebound, he was boxing out extremely well. So I wanted to give him a shout out for that. And also set some fantastic screens. There's 3 aspects I want to see Gershon Yabusele be fantastic at with this team. Setting great screens. You're a big, wide dude. You could set a big, strong screen for Mr. Jalen Brunson coming off, right? Get him some space. My man Alvin Villamore with a very generous super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you. My goodness. Thank you, man. Thank you for the generosity. Now, Dimitri, what's up now? Appreciate you. MBM, Kwame Robertson, of course. Tad Subspam with Poppin'. Personality of the Knicks verse is so entertaining. Okay, thank you. Appreciate you. James Sumler, of course. My man James Sumler. My goodness. Alvin Villamore, extremely generous. Thank you, brother. Gershon Yabusele, yes, the 3 things I want to see him do well with this team. Excel with. Setting screens. He's a big, wide body. He should be able to set really good, hard, strong screens to free up our guards. 3-point shooting. As a stretch big, whether at the power forward spot or the center spot, Gershon Yabusele proved that he can be a knockdown 3-point shooter. I want to see him continue to do that and find a rhythm and find spots on the floor where he'll be able to deliver in that aspect. And then number 3, needs to be a better rebounder, right? Not something he's always been particularly good at. John Corley, what's up, John Corley? Not something he's always been particularly good at, but here with the Knicks, we rebound, right? That is a personality trait of the team that was brought to the team by one Mitchell Robinson, also extended through the lens of Tom Thibodeau, and now it seems that Mike Brown is also very much valuing how hard the Knicks attack the glass offensively and defensively. But Gershon Yabusele, I need to see you also get in with the rebounding the way everybody else does, right? And then we get to Mr. Jordan Clarkson, who is going to have a big, big old role here tonight. Now, he was rewarded, if you guys didn't see, the Knicks now do defensive player of the game kind of thing as a team in the locker room, which is nice, is cool. Who Mike Brown decides is the defensive player of the game, gets to wear a hard hat and gets some Timbs. Okay, cool. I like the gimmicks. It's fun. It's silly. When other teams do it, I think it's corny. When the Knicks do it, I think it's fun and silly. And OG Anunoby won it in the Cleveland game. Jordan Clarkson gets awarded with it in the Boston game. And so we're going to need him here tonight with Deuce McBride out to really step up as the bench backup guard. We saw him shoot it well against Boston as well, while also playing some pretty good defense. So I'm expecting Jordan Clarkson to step up a ton here tonight. We might also, again, this is the last graphic I have made for the Knicks, so we'll now move on to the Miami Heat side of things. I have to make a graphic for Ariel Hope-Porty. He deserves it. I have to make a graphic for Tyler Kolek. Maybe I might hold off until the week is over with the Tyler Kolek graphic, just to see how real is it that Mike Brown really wants to play Tyler Kolek. Is he a legitimate part of the rotation, or is he just trying to weave in the young fellow while we're missing some guys? Expect Tyler Kolek to play a bunch of minutes tonight without Deuce McBride. But I'm just saying. Those are 2 young players who I did not expect to be permanent fixtures in the rotation. So it's very interesting that so far it has been that way. We get over to the Miami Heat, and with no Tyler Hero available for the first month and a half of the season or so, Bam Adebayo is the guy. He's the guy right now for the Miami Heat. He is the focal point of the team, while not necessarily having a ton of offense ran through him specifically, but he is the focal point of the team. He is the best player on the court for the Miami Heat. He needs to play like a star, both offensively and defensively, in whatever aspect that may be, as a facilitator, as a screen setter, as a roller with his gravity, 3-point shooter, which, by the way, he's shooting a lot more threes now to start the year. We'll see if that continues. Chi-Chi, what's up, Chi-Chi? D-Ras, my man D-Ras. Did I say that already? Popping my guy D-Ras. Bam Adebayo is probably at the tippity top of any scouting report against the Miami Heat right now, while Tyler Hero is out. Last year, we know what he averaged, about 18 points per game, 9.6 rebounds, 4.3 assists, which is nice. The thing with Bam Adebayo is what I think has been proved the last couple of years is he's not necessarily a go-to scorer. Maybe don't give it to him in the high post and ask him to just make something happen. And it seems like the Miami Heat have definitely bought into that. While I'm talking to you guys about the Heat, what I do want to bring up is the Heat box score from their first game specifically, maybe not, or maybe the last game they played, not their first game. The last game they played was they were at the Grizzlies, so they lost their season opener against the Magic, and then they played at the Grizzlies. And the reason why I want to bring up at the Grizzlies, which I could show you guys right now real quick, we'll get back to the graphics, but they put up 146 points against the Memphis Grizzlies. So this is clearly a team with a very specific mindset this year of coming into the season and saying, okay, we need easier offense. We need to get out and run. We need to have our defense lead the offense. We need to get up more shots. And they were one of the slower paced teams in the league last year. And their offense was pretty putrid. So to start the year, 146 points against, look, a lowly Memphis Grizzlies team that is missing a bunch of bigs, and Jaren Jackson Jr. has gone off to a really, really slow start, which isn't helping their defense at all. 146 points is like, that's insane. That's a lot of points to put up. That's damn near, that's almost 146 is crazy. They scored 44, 42, 28, 32. So they had an incredible first half. They scored 86 points in the first half, right? They're going to be facing a much stronger defense here tonight with the Knicks, even if there's no Mitchell Robinson. But OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart off the bench, Huck Porty, they'll do a very good job of controlling the pace of the game here tonight and controlling the Miami Heat. Now, what I'm showing you guys that for is they've changed a little bit of the way they played. Christopher Baskerville, what's up, Chris? Not Joe said, why is Deuce out? Personal reasons. Could be a multitude of things. Hopefully everything's good with his family, but it's no injury. He's perfectly fine. He'll be back whenever he's able to come back to be with the team. Personal reasons usually means a family issue. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. We don't know. Hopefully everything's all right with the Deuce family, with the McBride family. Gigi said, is Bam overrated? I think he's properly rated. I think people really like Bam. I think he's an all-star level player, but maybe not the superstar that people were ready to coronate him with. He's really, really good. I don't necessarily think you can build a team around Bam, but you could build a team around Bam and another guy. Maybe Tyler Hero's not that other guy, but Bam is definitely a part of the solution and not part of the problem. Miami as an organization should not be considering moving Bam at any point for anything. He's the guy that they should be. He's a foundational building block for this team. So Bam is shooting more threes this year. Last year he shot it at 35.7% on limited volume, about 3 a game. This year so far to start the season, again, only a couple of games, but he's getting those threes up there. Part of the reason is he's also playing alongside Kel'el Ware. Miami, he is fully embracing the double big lineup. Eric Spoelstra was a little slow to bring over Kel'el Ware last season into the rotation, but now he's fully a part of the rotation. He's in the starting lineup. And so him and Bam Adebayo, which slides Bam down to more of a 4, also plays alongside a rim protector. So the back line of the defense isn't entirely on Bam the way it has been the last couple of years. So Bam Adebayo is primed for a much better, much more efficient season this year, playing out on the perimeter. And, maybe we could see things like maybe the assist numbers go up, maybe some of the field goal percentage numbers go up, maybe the three-point percentage go down as the season continues to go on, but maybe the three-point shooting with him is real, and it'll continue to keep up. We get to Tyler Hero, who is not available for them to start the year. Still out. Was it a hand thing, I think? I think it's like a hand injury or something. He had hand surgery. But he is not available to start the year, so we're going to be without Tyler Hero. We know what Tyler Hero can bring, but it does not matter because he's not available. So we get to the second best player on the team, Norman Powell, the offseason acquisition for the Miami Heat here. Norman Powell is coming off of a career year with the LA Clippers, so much so that Miami said, okay, he's a solution to a problem we have. We don't have creation outside of Tyler Hero. So we need to get a guy who can create for us. 21.8 points per game last year with the LA Clippers. Paul George, who? We don't need Paul George. We got Norman Powell. 48.4% from the field, 80% from the foul line, 42% from three-point range. One of the most underrated three-point shooters in the league. The man is a knockdown three-point shooter. So they will be running him off of a lot of screens, running him with a lot of handoff options and whatnot. So Norman Powell is going to have the ball in his hands a lot, and he's kind of the focal point of the offense right now without Tyler Hero. He's kind of facsimilating what Tyler Hero does within this offense, and so when Tyler Hero gets back, it'll be both him and Norman Powell kind of sharing that responsibility with the ability to play off of Bam's gravity as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Knicks match up with them with Norman Powell added to this roster. Get over to Andrew Wiggins, and you don't know what you're going to get with Andrew Wiggins on a night-to-night, season-to-season, week-to-week basis, month-to-month basis. You don't know what you're going to get with Andrew Wiggins. You could have a night where he goes off for 30 points and some fantastic rebound and some fantastic defense and some excellent rebounding. Or you could get a night where he gives you 8 points and he's lost on defense and he's not totally engaged. It's tough to predict what you're going to get on a night-to-night basis with Andrew Wiggins. We know what he's capable of when locked in. He's a very good additive swing man. When not locked in, can be kind of seen as a complete disaster. It's a good thing that the Miami Heat have a really good wing off the bench, a young good wing off the bench that they're going to start developing, who we will get to right now, Nikola Jovic. Last year, 10.7 points per game, 3.9 rebounds, 2.8 assists. Pretty good all-around stats for a young player adjusting to the league and starting to get better. I know a lot of people are really high on Nikola Jovic. I'm pretty high on Nikola Jovic. Not that high, but pretty high on Nikola Jovic. He's definitely a really good NBA player. I don't know how good he'll be, but he is really good. He is coming off a very, very good game. Was it this game against the Memphis Grizzlies? I mean, everybody had a good game against the Memphis Grizzlies. They scored 146 points, but off the bench, Nikola Jovic scored 20 points. Damn near everybody had 20 points, but he scored 20 points off the bench. He was the second leading scorer on the team. So if Andrew Wiggins doesn't have it, they're going to throw Nikola Jovic right in there. He'll get the 30 minutes. It doesn't matter. You know how Eric Spoelstra likes to roll. So Chris Basketball said, wait, no, Rozier, I'm trying to get at this money. Come on, big dog. Rozier is out for obvious reasons. But Nikola Jovic is very good. The three-point shooting continues to improve. His comfortability within this team and this roster and this play style continues to improve. And the fact that they're playing much faster has also helped him get acclimated more within the offense and find himself with easier buckets. At 6'10", as a swingman, he has the size to shoot over anybody. So if you let him get comfortable from the perimeter and line up threes, you're in for a long night. Run him off the line, force him to make a decision. Obviously, with his height, he is a pretty good finisher around the rim as well. So don't let him build a full head of steam, but try to get him off that three-point line as best as you can. Get over to Kel'el Ware. Probably the most important prospect for the Miami Heat. Kel'el Ware came in as mid-first-round pick, I believe he was. He was in the late teens, right? Like 17, 18, 19, something like that. Maybe early 20s. I don't remember exactly. But Kel'el Ware, picked by the Miami Heat, the reason why he fell out of the lottery to begin with, the reason why he had to go back to college for his second year and transfer, is because there are motor questions about Kel'el Ware that have continued here in the NBA. It's part of the reason why Eric Spoelstra has slowly brought him along, last year before finally allowing him to be a part of the regular rotation, and then this season fully embracing him as a starter. They will continue to monitor that aspect with Kel'el Ware because you need to keep him locked in. When not locked in, he's kind of just a big, tall, lengthy dude standing around. When entirely locked in, Kel'el Ware is one of the most dangerous players on the court. The guy can step out and shoot a three. Didn't shoot it all that efficiently last year. It was his rookie year, so he's going to get more comfortable shooting it. But big, tall, vertical threat, really good shot blocker, has good defensive instincts. We saw in the preseason the Miami Heat take on the San Antonio Spurs, and he had a pretty decent matchup against Wembanyama, who obviously, to start this season, nobody has had an answer for. Now, it was preseason, obviously, but Kel'el Ware has that ability and that length and size to make things really difficult for the opposing big men. So they'll probably put Kel'el Ware on Karl-Anthony Towns, and it's going to be interesting to see how Towns is going to be able to match up with him. You get the shoulder separator himself, Jaime Jaquez Jr., coming off of a sophomore slump of a season. So far to start the year and in preseason showed to really be getting back to what makes him really good as a slasher and as a big wing, taking advantage of his size against smaller players usually guarding him, as better defenders are usually put on the Tyler Hero or now Norman Powell, maybe even Andrew Wiggins. So Jaime Jaquez should be able to take advantage of any smaller players trying to hide on him as a pretty decent mid to low post, swingman. Can just kind of rise over and shoot hook shots over people. So he's getting back to that, being a slasher and making plays out of that rather than kind of standing around and trying to make himself into something he's not, which is as a three-point shooter, spot-up shooter. He's not that. He can knock it down every now and again, but that's not something Jaime Jaquez wants. That's not something the Miami Heat want to see, is him jacking up a bunch of threes. That is something that the opponent wants to see Jaime Jaquez doing, settling for a bunch of jump shots. Davion Mitchell off the bench. Is he off the bench or is he in the starting lineup? Davion Mitchell is in the starting lineup with obviously no Terry Rozier. Now, he would be ahead of Rozier in the rotation anyway, but with no Tyler Hero, Davion Mitchell is the point guard for this team right now, and they don't call him off days for nothing. If you didn't know, back at Baylor, Davion Mitchell's nickname was off days because if you were matched up against Davion Mitchell, he was going to force you into an off night, right? He was going to force you into a bad shooting night. You were going to pick up a bunch of turnovers, and it was going to be a very difficult, very annoying night for you. So Davion Mitchell will obviously get the Jalen Brunson assignment, and we'll see how this Knicks offense can alleviate some of the pressure that Jalen Brunson will face tonight against Davion Mitchell. Also, to include, he has become a much better offensive player. Now, he can still be inconsistent, which is why he's going to be the backup guard once Tyler Hero comes back, but they trust him enough to throw him in the starting lineup without Hero around. So 40% from three-point range last year over the course of the season, 47% from the field. He's not going to take a ton of bad shots. Smart basketball player, knows his role. He's going to focus in defensively, especially tonight against Jalen Brunson. He knows he has a tough night ahead of him. Hopefully, Jalen Brunson also knows he has a tough night ahead of him. So it's going to be a very interesting night to watch both of these players go at it. I believe that's it. That is it. A couple of players I want to shout out for the Miami Heat real quick. Drew Smith, who seems to be a fixture within this rotation right now, somebody who Eric Spoelstra really trusts. As a matter of fact, we can look at the box score real quick so you guys can see. Drew Smith is somebody who Eric Spoelstra very clearly trusts as a veteran on the guy. With no Kasparas Jakuchonis, their first-round pick this season. Amelia Sharp, what's up, Amelia? AP, my man AP was popping AP. With no Kasparas Jakuchonis, who is their first-round pick this season, Drew Smith has been inserted into the lineup as sort of the backup guard, and then obviously no Terry Rozier. I'm going to keep saying it. Drew Smith has been a guy who who Eric Spoelstra very clearly trusts right now. So there's that. Roger Laverde, what's up, Roger? And then the other guy I want to shout out is Simone Fontecchio, former Piston, former Jazz player. Now with the Miami Heat, he can be a knockdown three-point shooter. Not the movement shooter that a guy like Duncan Robinson was, but is kind of being slotted into the role that Duncan Robinson had last season with the Miami Heat. Doug Fresh, what's up, Doug? Amelia Sharp said, I wonder if Timothy Chalamet is watching this right now or not. Although it'd be nighttime where I am, but an American morning, I assume. I don't know. I think he's out shooting. He's shooting a movie somewhere. I don't know if he's in Europe or Australia, but he's not in America right now. He is out shooting a movie somewhere. Kwame Robinson, what time is tip-off? So it's usually 10 minutes after the advertised start time. So it's 6:08 now here on the East Coast. So we should be tipping off in about 2 or 3 minutes. Doug Fresh said, let's win a tough game tonight. I do believe it's going to be a tough game. These Miami Heat guys, they're no slouch right now, right? You can't count out the Miami Heat ever as long as Eric Spoelstra is in the building coaching them. Also, let me take my shades off so I could properly see again. He said, oh yeah, true, he's doing the new Dune 3 movie. Yes, that's the movie he's doing. I don't know where do they shoot that at. I know it's not in America. They are out somewhere shooting it. A couple of scores that have already happened. One game that's already been completed. The Spurs beat up on the Nets a little bit, 118-107. You guys saw the highlights of Victor Wembanyama. He was doing Victor Wembanyama stuff. Another ridiculous highlight reel for Vic in Game 3. And the Spurs start 3-0. They start 3-0. They are at the top of the Western Conference right now. And it doesn't look like there's anything that's going to slow them down. They are rocking and rolling. Castle looks like he's taking a step up. Obviously, Wemby is taking a step up. That man is going to win MVP this year if he plays the 65 games necessary in order to accomplish that. He has been ridiculous. He has been so far the best player in the league. No questions asked. Like him and Luka are putting up ridiculous numbers right now. But Luka on the Lakers is not going to be on a good enough team in order to win it. Wemby looks like if they can get to 45 wins, I could see them winning. I think they're going to be closer to 50. I think they're going to be like 48, 49, 50 or something like that. Wemby is a pretty good pick to win MVP this year. Amelia Sharp said, just a question, have you seen him before or no? Have I seen Timothy Chalamet? I've seen him on the TV. I've seen him on the internet. I have not seen him in person. I do not know Timothée Chalamet. I probably will never get to meet Timothée Chalamet. No, unfortunately, I have not, Amelia. Brightest Future, what's up, Brightest Future? Heat fan are loud tonight. We here in Miami. Heat fans are a bit underrated. Heat fans are pretty good. Rob Highshoe, what's up, Rob? Let's have a good game. All hail Sheffy for the inside scoop and fluid play-by-play. Appreciate you, Rob. I got no inside scoop. Unfortunately, I regurgitate the things I hear other people say. I got no inside scoop. I'm just informed. Right? I scour the internet. I look for as much information as possible. I don't know anybody within the Knicks organization. I don't know any beat reporters. I don't know anything. I just regurgitate the people who do know things. Doug Brett said, dang, I'm going to miss Deuce tonight. Yeah, I'm going to really miss Deuce tonight. He's become one of my favorite players to watch. I mean, he's always been that way. I've always loved watching Deuce. But he has really become the kind of guy who I want to continue to watch. Angel A1 Jerome, what's up, Angel? Wemby makes it look way too easy on both sides of the ball. Yeah. The highlight play I was referencing, maybe I could even pull it up right now. But the highlight play I was referencing specifically, as we're about to get ready for tip-off, y'all, he blocked 2 shots he had no business blocking. Only blocked it because he's Victor Wembanyama and he was so tall and long. And then got the rebound, brought it down the length of the court, and knocked down a 30-foot three-point shot. So I could probably find it real quick on Twitter here. These are the highlights. I just want the one play. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, this is it. This is the play. This is the play right here, y'all. This play is ridiculous. So this is Claxton driving it down. Wemby comes out of, not nowhere, but he comes over from the help side to get the block shot that he had no business getting. Let me get out of the way. There's a block shot, and then he gets back. And that's an easy layup for against every other big man in the league, and Wemby swats it out to the three-point line. They get the loose ball over to him. The rebound, he's going to bring it down and knock down this 30-footer. That's a 35-footer. That's not a 30. That's a 35-footer and splashes at nothing but net. That's not fair. You can't have a big man doing that. And then also, by the way, underrated aspect of this when they get the rebound, because we're just so accustomed to it now, they outlet it over to Wemby, and he brings the ball down as a 7'5", 7'6" giant, and then knocks down the 35-footer. You can't tell me that's normal. No one thinks that's normal. I know you guys don't think that's normal, but you can't tell me that this is fair basketball that's being played right now. It's not fair. It's just not fair. I'm very nervous about Wemby. Very nervous as a basketball fan, just because I don't know if we'll ever see another player be as good as him in the future. Joe0245, appreciate you, Joe, man. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Thank you for the subscription, my brother. George Jones, what's up, George Jones? That's ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I saw that highlight and then got reminded that basketball was on while I was getting ready for the stream. And got reminded basketball was on. So I switched over from football over to basketball. But by then, the Spurs were already, far and ahead away over the Nets. And I was like, oh, okay, this game's a blowout. I watched it a little bit just for Wemby highlights. Saw that. It was ridiculous. And then I switched over to Detroit, Boston for a little bit just to get an eye on Detroit. Detroit's cool. They're fine. They look like Detroit as normal, but they're still grinding out games. So the starting lineup for the Miami Heat, to be expected, same starting lineup they have been using. Davion Mitchell, Norman Powell, Andrew Wiggins, Bam Adebayo, and Kel'el Ware. When Tyler Hero is healthy, he'll probably replace Davion Mitchell in the starting lineup. John Reyes, what's up, John? Amelia said, when is the game actually going to start? We are getting ready for the tip-off literally right this second, Amelia. They're showing the starting lineups. The guys are coming out onto the court, and we will be tipping it off any second now. Bernard Johnson said, what time does the game start? It starts right now, y'all. Here we go. We're getting ready. We're into it. We got everything up on the board, on the screen. Ready to go. Here we go. Buzzer beater. What's up, buzzer beater? Chevy, look out. There's a big boulder rolling down behind you. Take the item and run. Hey, man. Indy ain't got nothing on me. I'll grab that thing and I'll be up out of that tunnel. That boulder's not catching me. We have our Miami Heat. We are down in South Beach, down in Florida, so we had to come properly dressed. You can't go out in the full suit out in the sun like that. Here we go. Big Huck in the starting lineup. We know this. We went over it. Huck Porty. Miami wins the tip. Excuse me. bringing it down. Bam Adebayo, off a screen, can't knock down the float over Towns. Good defense. Here comes Brunson bringing it down the other way. Hands it off to Towns as the trailer. Deep straightaway three, line me up to start. Comes up a little bit short, but here we go. Bam Adebayo with the rebound. He's bringing it down the other way on the right wing. Being guarded and picked up by Hukporti. And they draw a foul on the floor on Hukporti. Bam Adebayo wanted the shot, throwing up the floater. Doesn't get it. Also, let me get the game cast up for you guys. Let's get the game cast up. So side out of bounds. Oh, it's about score. They get it over to Bam. Bam up top being guarded by Huck. No one has scored yet. They get it over to Mitchell. Mitchell back to Bam. Bam, high post, deep mid-range jumper. Off the front rim, can't get it to go. Here comes Brunson, bringing it down the other way. Brunson up top. Gets it over to Huck. Hukporti. Looking to get it to somebody. Hands it off to Brunson. Brunson puts up the three. Off the handoff. Nothing but net for my man, JB. Yes, sir. Love to see that. Absolutely adore to see that. Three-point shot. Alive and thriving for Jalen Brunson. Wiggins over to Mitchell. Swings it over to Powell. Powell right wing three over Bridges. He splashes in nothing but net. That man can get hot in a hurry. Can't let him get comfortable out there. Alyssa Lester with up Alyssa. Russell Field with up Russell. You get it over to Hukporti. Hukporti over to Anunoby. Anunoby over to Brunson. Brunson being guarded by Mitchell. Coming to his right at the Hukporti screen. Up top, another pull. Straight away for Brunson. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Here comes Norman Powell off the rebound. Anunoby will pick him up. Coming to his left. Cross-court pass over to Wiggins. Wiggins on the left wing. Dancing with it against Bridges. Stops, turns, has him in the post. Fall-away jumper out of the mid-range. Banks it in, but he can't get it. Tried to bank it in, but he can't get it to go down as it just pops right out of the rim. Brunson bringing it down the other way off the Towns rebound in the mid-range. Got nowhere to go with it. Kicks it out to Anunoby on the left wing. He's just going to spot up and shoot the three. Can't get it to go. Hukporti with a long offensive rebound. Back up top to Anunoby. Anunoby trying to go one-on-one against, between the legs. Dan spins off of the defender to the rim. Lefty layup. Left it just short. You got to get that to go down. Beautiful move from OG Anunoby. But I guess he got a little spooked with Khalil Ware in the vicinity. And on the other end, as Anunoby hit the floor, Norman Powell walks into a pull-up three in transition and knocks it down nothing but net. So 2 for 2 from three-point range for Norman Powell. Towns on the left wing picks up his handle, hits Bridges, comes to the rim, all the way down, lefty layup off glass, get it to go, and the one from Mikal Bridges. Excellent pass for Karl Anthony Towns. An excellent finish and movement from Mikal Bridges. And we're just accustomed to the movement now. No need to get crazy off that. Like if this is the Tom Thibodeau era, I'm going crazy. Like Mikal Bridges curling off the handoff, gets the backdoor pass from Towns. But now we're just used to it. Now that's just the offense. Now that's basic. Amelia said, since I'm new here, do we get to see them playing or is it just you watching? I wish I could show you the game, Amelia. Unfortunately, I can't. If I show you the game, they will pull the stream down immediately. Bridges knocks down his and one free throw. Mitchell bringing it down. Mitchell on the right wing, being guarded by Brunson. Mitchell dancing with it as Bridges switches onto him, driving it down to the rim, gets swatted out of there by Hukporti, but I think they called a foul on Bridges. I think they got Bridges with a foul. Will, what's up, Will? Looks like Bridges. Bridges looks like he's more aggressive this season. Love it. Yeah, he's been fantastic. Ricardo, what's up, Ricardo? He's been fantastic. Chris, Dino Osler, what's up, Chris? Let's go, Knicks. Yes, sir. Lionel Monis. What's up with Big Mitch? I went through it during the pregame, Lionel. I wish I could tell you. I wish they would give us more information about Big Mitch. I'm pretty sure what is going on. I can't tell you for sure, but what I'm pretty sure is what's going on is the ankle probably felt a little stiff after one of the preseason games, and they said, "Okay, go sit down. We don't want you to even playing on a bad stiff ankle." Davion Mitchell misses both free throws. Love to see that. You guys know I love miss free throws from the opponents. Bridges up top to Anunoby, almost turned it over. Anunoby's going to drive it down out to Bridges. Bridges extra pass to Brunson. Good closeout for Miami there. Brunson now has it in the post against Mitchell. Backing him down. Stop, turn. Baseline, fall-away jumper. Comes up short. No foul as Brunson gets knocked down. Mitchell pushing it the other way. Miami have numbers. They get it over to Bam. Bam throws a lob. Anunoby with the steal. Great defense. Home run pass over to Bridges. Bridges bringing it down. Loses the handle. Tries to sneak it into to Hukporti. A bad pass from Bridges. We're pushing it the other way. Bam has a full head of steam against Bridges all the way to the rim, draws the foul. That's 2 fouls on Mikal Bridges. And usually Mikal Bridges is not the kind of player to be dealing with Foul issues. This is the second game in a row where he's picked up 2 early fouls. Oh, no. Yeah, 2 early fouls. 2 early fouls. So Bam is at the foul line. Knocks down the first free throw. 8:41 to go. Chef Nick Apostolakos. What's up, Chef? Just subscribe, brother. Love your channel. Appreciate you, Chef. From one chef to another, appreciate you, Chef Nick. Bam knocks down both free throws. And Brunson has it up top. Fakes the handoff, driving it down, gets it out to Bridges. Bridges coming to his left, across the lane, up top to Anunoby, running a little bit of a weave action, out to Brunson in the corner. He pump fakes out of the 3, Euro steps down the lane, gets a nice easy floater in the lane. Beautiful Gortat screen, kind of mini Gortat screen there from Hug Porty. Tied back up at 8, Bam has it up top, puts up the straightaway 3 over Hug Porty. Too strong off the back rim, can't get it to go. Brunson bringing it down off the long rebound, he has it up top. Mitchell there to pick him up, shovels it over to Towns. A pull-up 3 straight away, off the back rim, can't get it to go. Anunoby with the 3. Shovels it over to back to Towns. He's feeling it. He's going to let another one fly. Comes up short on that one. Wiggins with the rebound to get it out to Ware. Chase down, blocked by Towns. My man is hustling. Karl Anthony Towns. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Excellent job by Brunson to slow up Kel'el Ware just enough to allow Towns to catch up for the chase down block. And on the inbounds, Norman Powell comes off the screen, off ball, and knocks down the little mid-range jumper. Brunson bringing it down the other way. It's 10-8. Hands it off to Towns. Towns on the left wing. He's firing away from 3. He's confident, but he can't knock anything down right now. They kick it out to Brunson up top. He pump fakes, driving to his left, mid-range jumper, and they call a foul on the floor on Davion Mitchell. So no free throws for Brunson. A side out of bounds. Susan, what's up, Susan? Hey, Hazy said, cat working those quads. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Justice's dad. What's up, Justice's dad? Rockabye Baby. What's up, Rockabye Baby? Josh Waits. What's up, Josh? You got Knicks money line. We should be good with the Knicks tonight. Knicks should be able to pull this one out, although Miami is no slouch, man. Miami is no slouch. Cat is indeed working those quads. Unfortunately, Cat is working those quads. Hug Porty comes out for Josh Hart. Josh Hart, the first sub into the game tonight. Brunson on the right wing, thought about the 3, pulls it back out, crosses over to his right on Wiggins, who has him on the switch, step back, leans in, gets caught in the air, and throws it away. Good defense from Wiggins, good defense from the Heat. Mitchell bringing it down, hands it off to Bam, back out to Mitchell. Mitchell steps behind the 3-point line. Great rotations from the Knicks, and not give up a 3. They get it over to Bam, being guarded by Josh Hart, backing him down, backing him down, backing him down. Josh Hart pokes it loose. Brunson picks it up, and we're bringing it down, right side of the court, over to Towns. Towns up top, putting his head down, hands it off to Anunoby. Anunoby steps behind the 3-point line, a straightaway 3 over Bam. Knock me down, OG Anunoby. Finally, we get a 3-point shot to go down for OG. 11-10, under 7 to go. Mitchell has it on the right wing, dancing with it. A step back, mid-range jumper over Brunson. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Bridges with the rebound. Here comes JB. JB up top, leaves it off for Towns. Towns hesitates, pump fakes, now driving it in on Ware. Blows right past him, scoop play with the right hand. That's a nice explosive drive from Karl Anthony Towns. I've felt like Karl Anthony Towns has been a little slow, obviously dealing with the calf issue. Not the calf issue, the quad issue. But on that play right there off the pump fake, oh, excuse me. That right there off the pump fake on Kel'el Ware, driving it to his left, getting to the right hand scoop layup past the shot blocker was a really explosive move for Karl Anthony Towns, who hasn't been all that explosive dealing with the injury. OG Rue reminding people at the like button. Appreciate you, OG. Appreciate you. If you're here enjoying the stream, enjoying the show so far, go ahead, hit the like button, and go ahead, subscribe if you if you want to see more, because we cover games Monday through Saturday. Now, I cover every single Knicks game, so we took Saturday off and switched it over to do the show on Sunday to watch the Knicks game. But usually we'll take one of either Saturday or Sunday off. We'll take one day off during the week, but we will be live Monday through Friday every single day covering a game. If it's not the Knicks, we will cover every single Knicks game. If the Knicks aren't playing, we'll pick another game to watch. As the season goes on, we will also be trying out new formats for the show. Formats we talked about the other night, kind of like going around the league, kind of like an NBA version of NFL Red Zone. We'll figure it out, right? We'll figure it out. Mark said, refresh my stream. I think it's just the Gotham Sports app being super behind, unfortunately. right? Uh, the last couple of the first two games we watched were on. First game was an ESPN game, and then the Celtics game was the Amazon Prime game. Now I'm watching it on the Gotham Sports app, and you guys know how I feel about the Gotham Sports app. It's extremely behind. It's not. I just refreshed it. It's extremely behind. It's very slow. I know you guys are probably ahead of me. There's really nothing I can do about it. It's the only way I could watch the Knicks, unless I get a VPN and then change my IP address using the VPN and then watching it through League Pass. But then I'd still be watching it through the Gospel Sports app, or I'd still be watching it through MSG. So unfortunately, I'm just behind. Unfortunately. MBM said, let's hit the like button, family, grow the stream. Appreciate you, MBM. Appreciate you. Just that's a Giants are a lost cause. What happened with the Giants today? I did not see any of it. I was too busy working on the computer. Mark said you were synced with League Pass at the beginning, but then you fell behind. Okay. Well, I just refreshed the page. Hopefully, I'm caught up again. I'll continue to refresh the page as often as I can during the stream. During every commercial break, remind me to refresh. I'll try to stay as synced up as I can. But you know how I feel about the Gotham Sports app. There's really nothing I can do about it. There's no other way for me to watch the game unless I get cable. So I apologize for that, y'all. I apologize. Scott broke his ankle? Oh my goodness, it's over. The fun is over. Here we go. We're under 7 to go. They get it over to Norman Powell. Same lineups. Josh Hart is obviously in for Hug 40. Same lineups, though, outside of that, for both teams. Mitchell driving it down, gets caught in the air. No, Jovic is in, excuse me, for Khalil Ware here. Straightaway three for Powell, can't get it to go. Towns with the rebound, and now here comes Brunson. Brunson up top, gets it over to Towns as the trailer, back to Brunson. Brunson dancing around the Towns handoff, coming to his left. Mitchell hits the floor, tried to hit Josh Hart, couldn't to the basket, gets knocked out of bounds by Norman Powell. Not a great pass from Brunson, not a great cut from Hart. MK Methamem, what's up, MK? Giants suck? You're not wrong. John Davis, what's up, John? You're fine, thank you. Appreciate you. I'm trying my best. You know, I always say, if you feel like there's anything wrong with the show or the stream or at any point, let me know and I'll do my best to fix it. Anunoby off the handoff from Towns. Pump fakes from 3, step back out to Towns as the pop. Pump fakes, driving it down the lane, has a little angle, can't get it off in time as he hit the shot clock. Towns hit the floor hard. I thought he was about to grab the leg, but he didn't. He was just upset. He got hit with a shot clock violation. He pops right back up, jogs down the other end. Shaman's up off the bench. Yabusele's up off the bench. Who will we coming in for? Nope, nobody. They didn't get to the table in time, so Wiggins will bring it down the other way. We are at the halfway point here in the first quarter, past 6 minutes. Mitchell down the lane off the crossover on Brunson, gets the easy scoop layup to go. We need help side there, and Brunson needs to be better at staying in front of his man. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Mitchell. Hands it off to Bridges. Bridges driving it down to his right, hands it off to Hart. Hart up top to Brunson. Brunson coming to his right off a Town screen. Over to Josh Hart, right corner 3, no hesitation. I like the no hesitation. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Bridges knocks it away, but Jaquez is able to secure it. He's bringing it down, right side of the court. Anunoby picks him up. Jaquez dancing with it, pulls it back out up top to Mitchell. Mitchell springs it over to Powell, a 3 over Brunson. Well contested. He can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Wiggins knocks it over to Brunson. Brunson will bring it down, right side of the court. Mitchell is going to pick him up. Brunson dancing with it. Now he has him in the post, leans in, stop, pump fake, steps through, puts it up. Can't get it to go, but he does draw the foul on Davion Mitchell, his second. Going to get Davion Mitchell up out of the game at least for now. MK said, go Eagles. Good luck, brother. Good luck. The Jets and the Giants ain't going to do nothing. So do your thing. As an Eagles fan, do your thing. I'm a 76ers fan. See, that's where you messed up, though. Because at least you got the Eagles. But you're messing up with the 76ers. Although you do have a fun future if you can get off Embiid and Paul George at some point. Brunson is at the foul line for 2 free throws with 5 minutes to go. Knock down your free throws, please. You guys know how I feel about free throws. JB does knock down the first free throw. Thank you, Jalen Brunson. Landry Shamet and Gershon Yabusele subs in. Towns to the bench. Who else is going to the bench? Towns to the bench. Anunoby to the bench. No Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson usually doesn't play the first or the third quarters. Usually plays the second and the fourth. Interesting substitution patterns for Mike Brown to start the year so far. Mark said the Jets won a game. That's breaking news. You don't want to win games as a Jets fan. Brunson does knock down both free throws. Knicks still remaining with a 3-point lead here. Drew Smith is in the game. They get it over to Wiggins. Wiggins jab step coming to his left, and they hit Wiggins with the travel. It looked like a travel. I didn't want to say nothing because, they don't call travels in the NBA. But the ref does call the travel. They do call the travel. So Brunson will be bringing it down now, being guarded by Smith. They get it over to Yabusele, back to Brunson. Brunson coming to his left off the Yabusele screen. Hesitation, driving it down. Wide open, picking a pop three for Gershon. Can't get it to go. Wiggins with the rebound. He's pushing it the other way. He's bringing it over to Powell, over to Drew Smith. Drew Smith, the left wing three, and he gets it to go down. We miss our wide open three, and the Heat knock down their wide open three, and they tie it up at 15. Brunson coming to his left, off the Yabusele screen, got a lane of the basket, scoop lay with the left hand, gets it to go over the outstretched hands of Khalil Ware. Excellent finish from Brunson. Jaquez bringing it down the other way, gets it over to Powell. Powell coming to his right. Josh Hart comes out to switch, putting his head down, attacking to the rim, puts up the layup, can't get it to go, loose ball. Brunson can't get it, still fighting for it, and Yabusele going for it, gets tripped up by Brunson as Brunson's falling over, so now Yabusele's falling over. The ball ends up in the hands of Powell because Yabusele's falling over. He ends up fouling Powell. Powell does get the layup to go, so it's an and one for Powell. A helter-skelter play ends with an and one opportunity for the Miami Heat here. Powell to the line for one more. Ties it back up at 17, and the Heat could take the lead here. Joe, what's up, Joe? Watch the cat highlights from last game. Yeesh. The cat highlights? They were good. Karen, what's up, Karen? Hazy said, Brunson guarding a score is a sight to see. I think Tom Thibodeau was so scared about Brunson's defense last year, he should have just trusted him a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Obviously, you don't want Brunson having to guard good offensive players, but he was so concerned about hiding Jalen Brunson as a defender. He's not a horrible defender. He's just bad because he's short. Bridges driving it down, has it at the foul line, kicks it out to Josh Hart, back to Bridges. Bridges on the left wing, being guarded by Powell, driving it to his right, kicks it out to Brunson. Brunson mishandles the pass, picks it back up, driving it down in the lane, has to put over the floater with the shot clock winding down, and because he's Jalen Brunson, he knocks down the contested floater. Here comes Jaquez pushing it the other way. Jaquez has it on the left wing, attacking Bridges off the bounce, backing him down, leans in, stops, pump fakes, got nowhere to go with it, kicks it out up top to Powell, being guarded by Shamet. Powell up top, coming to his left. Yabusele shows out, but Powell able to blow past him and get the little scoop layup to go past him anyway. You can't let that happen if you're going to hedge out that far. Gershon, come on, slide them feet. Brunson, no-look pass over to Sham at a right corner three, no hesitation. Air balls at Josh Hart, the offensive rebound, because that's what Josh Hart does. They sprayed over to Shamet. Shamet attacking along the baseline. Shamet, Steve Nash dribble coming all the way back out over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart hands it off to Yabusele. Yabusele over to Shamet. Shamet up top coming to his right, back to Josh Hart. He's going to pump fake, drive along the baseline, and gets fouled by Norman Powell. It's going to send Josh Hart to the foul line for 2 free throws. Good attack from Big Josh, who the offense has been rough so far, going back to his season debut against the Celtics. But here he is against the Miami Heat. It's good to see him playing back-to-back games, especially with a bad back. You never know when that can flare back up. So it's good to see he made it through the first game, and he's playing again here tonight. MK said, yup, Celtics here. Celtics, rough. They lost to the Pistons, MK? Because of course they did. Of course, Celtics, not very good this year. Joe, what's up, Joe? What's in the fridge? What are we eating today? I don't even know. I didn't eat anything. This is such a weird start time. This is usually, around 5 to 6 is usually when I'm eating dinner. But because I was setting up for the stream, I haven't eaten nothing. I had half a sandwich that was just sitting there. I had half a sandwich. So, am I hungry? Yes. Am I going to do anything about it? Not until after the show's over. Karen, what's up, Karen? Don't know if you did it or not. Did it or YouTube, but likes update themselves now? Oh, I did not do anything. I always thought that was just an issue on the YouTube end, but I appreciate it. Speaking of likes, Karen, appreciate you. If you're in the stream and you're enjoying the show so far, go ahead, hit the thumbs up button, leave a like. I would very much appreciate it. It is by far more than anything else you can do. The best way to support the show, the best way to support the channel is to simply leave a like and subscribe. I'm not going to ask you for super chats. I'm not going to ask you to be a member. If you would like to do those things, I'd very much appreciate it, but it's not necessary. Thank you for the support, y'all. That's all. Just like. It's free, simple, fast, doesn't affect anything about your viewing experience. Just help support. George Jones said, I got to have a smoothie on hand for moments like this. Very true. Very true. Although the preparation for the smoothie is still very difficult. It's difficult. Unless I buy one, I don't really want I don't really want to spend money like that. Jay Davis, what's up, Jay Davis? Yabu needs work, bro. He does. He looks a little bit out of shape, which is unfortunate. But also, he'll get better as the season goes on. I think that's the good part about Yabusele. I just, it's an adjustment as well, coming over from a bad situation with Philly over to the Knicks. So it's a rough situation to be in already, going from a bad team to a winning team. You're also seeing it with Clarkson. Going from a bad team to a winning team is an adjustment. It's a big adjustment, especially when you're later in your career. In Clarkson's case, not so much in Yabusele's, but Yabusele was out of the league for a little bit for specific reasons. Part of it was not always being in the best shape, and you're seeing a little bit to start the year this season. Chris Baskerville said, I need 4 points from Davion. Can't be hacking and whacking. He's already got one basket, so he's halfway there. He needs just one more basket, Chris. I think you're good. He is predominantly going to be guarded by Jalen Brunson, so he'll get buckets at some point. Doug Fresh said, this is going to be a low-scoring game. We'll see if, so far, 20-20, or Josh Hart's at the foul line, misses a free throw. He'll knock down this next one because the Gamecast told me so. I looked at it. I cheated. I could tell the future. Josh Hart's going to knock this next one down. Knock down your free throws. Knock down both of them, Josh. Come on. I don't need to see you missing a free throw. But he'll knock down this next one. We'll tie it up at 20. So 20-20 with 3 minutes to go is pretty low scoring. It is a pretty low scoring game as Yabu and Claware hit the floor. And he comes up with a little limp, Yabu. Not what you want to see for a guy who's already struggling a little bit to slide his feet. But here we go. Under 3 to go. Ware gets it over to Jaquez, being guarded by Hart. Jab step, has it in the mid-post, left wing. Now he's going to turn his back to the basket and back him down. Kick it out to Jovic. Spots up on the left wing for a 3. High arcing 3 over to the outstretched hands of Anunoby. Fight for the loose ball rebound off the air ball from Jovic. Brunson picks it up and he's bringing it down. Quickly looking to attack Drew Smith. Kicks out to Yabusele. A bad pass from Brunson. Yabusele can't get the shot off because of it. Brunson coming to his left off the Yabu screen. A wide open straightaway 3. Excellent screen from Yabusele. And the rebound falls right into his hands. Kicks it out to Anunoby, who gets tripped up by... Who is that? Fontecchio, I believe. But that's where I want to see Yabusele, especially right now that he's acclimating himself to the team. That's where I want to see him excel. Set really good, strong screens. That last screen he set for Jalen Brunson led to a wide open 3. Brunson just missed it. The Knicks are in the bonus. Both teams are in the bonus right now for the final 2 minutes of the quarter. It's going to send Anunoby to the foul line for 2 free throws. Anunoby rattles in the first one. Thank you for knocking down your free throws, OG. We got one more coming. Towns checks back in. I want to see the Knicks build a little bit of a lead here to end the first, but even if it's a 2, 4, 5 point lead. Going to the second quarter with a little bit of a lead. Anunoby knocks down both free throws. Thank you for knocking down your free throws. Big season incoming for OG Anunoby. Excellent first 2 games. He's going to continue it again here tonight. Jaquez coming to his right, on the right wing. Seamus switches onto him, in and out dribble, crosses over, picks up his handle. He's got nowhere to go. Excellent ball denial from the Knicks as Josh Hart knocks it out of bounds. Excellent ball denial from the Knicks all around. 2-minute warning, y'all. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Right now, the Knicks are with Anunoby, Brunson, Yabusele, Hart, and Shamit. And the Heat are countering with Adebayo, Fontecchio, Jaquez, Jovic, and Drew Smith. Get it into Fontecchio. Fontecchio in the left corner with 10 on the shot clock. Up top to Jaquez. Swings it over to Jovic. Puts up the 3 over Towns. No hesitation. Another air ball. The first one too strong. This one well short. 2 air balls for Jovic. Aiming his shots rather than shooting it. Brunson on the right wing. He's got Fontecchio on him. He's going to blow right past him and knock down the little floater in the lane. There's something about these red jerseys where Brunson sees it and literally sees red. He's ready to go against Miami Heat. Jaquez down the lane. Scoop lay with the right hand against Anunoby. Can't get it to go. Adebayo with the tip, but they call it offensive basket interference. Ball going back to the Knicks. They got a 4-point lead. And again, I want to see them build a little bit of a lead here going into the second quarter. So with a 4-point lead, if we get another basket here, we can extend it to 6, maybe 7 off of a 3, and then continue to push it forward from there going into the second. Josh Hart bringing it down. He has it up top. Being guarded by Jovic. Over to Towns, being guarded by Bam. Towns on the right wing. Hands it off to Hart. Hart coming to his right. Hands it off to Anunoby. Anunoby a right corner 3. Too strong, can't get it to go. Fontecchio with the rebound. He's bringing it down the other way. Gets it over to Anunoby. Anunoby on the right wing. Anunoby, my bad. Adebayo, over to Jovic, driving the baseline, stops, turns, spins, up top to Mitchell, sprays it over to open Fontecchio. The Knicks miscommunicate, and we end up with a wide open three from Fontecchio, and then Brunson forced the foul. Adebayo, as he picked up the offensive rebound, it's going to send him to the foul line for 2 free throws, which is fine, just fine. Good foul from Brunson. Sometimes the ball bounces right to you. And Adebayo, ball bounced right to him on the offensive rebound. Good job by Brunson to at least foul him and send him to the foul line. Force him to knock down your free throws rather than giving them the wide open dunk. Abdul, what's up, Abdul? Go Miami. Got a Miami fan in the chat. Appreciate you, Abdul. Adebayo knocks down the first free throw. Michael Rogers, what's up, Michael Rogers? Lolo, Estrella's Mission, what's up, Lolo? David Osh Jr. said, Yabu played a lot summer in the French national team. All it takes is a month off for you to fall out of shape, especially as an athlete. Bam does knock down both of his free throws. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Drew Smith. Brunson, now picked up by Fontecchio on a switch. They show 2. Brunson, over to Shamit, extra pass. Anunoby, wide open left corner 3, line me up. OG Anunoby finally getting some threes to go down. I love to see it. Absolutely adore to see it. There you go, OG. I needed it. I needed it for my soul. Knicks up by 5. Drew Smith on the right wing. Up top to Jaquez. Jaquez dancing with it. Ooh, against Josh Hart. Beautiful crossover move down the lane. Tough, well-contested shot over Hart, over Towns. Shaman was in the vicinity as well, and Jaquez still got the little running floater to go. Off glass, 27-24. Impressive shot from him, but the Knicks will hold it for as long as they can for the final shot. There's a 5-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Brunson up top. Dancing with it against Fontecchio. They show 2 again, over to Anunoby. Extra pass to Josh Hart. Josh Hart couldn't catch the ball. Bad pass from Anunoby. He threw it out of bounds. And it's a turnover. Ball going back to the Heat. Final 8 seconds of the quarter here. Miami will have an opportunity to either cut it to 1 or tie it at 27 here. Bridges checking in for Towns for the final defensive possession. Party Artie, what's up, Party? The NBA needs the Knicks in the finals this year. I think everybody in New York also needs that. Anthony Boyd, what's up, Anthony? Knicks win by 10. I'm hoping for it. I'm hoping for it. Marquez Swish God, what's up, Marquez? Let's go, Knicks. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Drew Smith bringing it down. Shot clock winding down. Hug Porty picks him up. He crosses over down the lane. Bridges knocks it off his foot, and the ball's gonna stay with the Heat. Thought it was off of Drew Smith's foot. They're gonna say it's off of Hug Porty's foot. Knicks not arguing too much, so it must be. And Mike Brown's going to use the challenge here. It's off of Drew Smith's foot. I don't know why you use the challenge here. I think this is a bad usage of the challenge for Mike Brown. I mean, you are going to win it. It looks like it hit Drew Smith's knee, so the ball should go back to the Knicks. But I don't know why you use the challenge here at the end of the first quarter. What are you going to get? A 3-quarter scored heave at the end of the quarter? What does this get you? I think there's a bad challenge for Mike Brown. He's going to win it, so he'll have another challenge, which is fine, but I don't think it's a big deal. You just play good defense, you go into the next quarter, unless the Knicks knock down the 3-quarter scored heave, and then obviously the challenge is worth it. Christopher Khan, what's up, Chris? You know, I wonder if we can get our hands on John Durant. I don't know who John Durant is, brother. I don't know who John Durant is, unfortunately. Who is John Durant? Quan Clark, what's up, Quan? Quran. What's up, Quan Clark? Appreciate you, brother. Happy to see you again. I don't know why I can't speak today. Stumbling all over my words. Corey Scott, what's up, Corey? Happy to see you. My man Hattie, what's up, Hattie? Mark said it's to prove a point. Open your eyes, ref. Maybe. I just don't know if this is really proven that much of a point. It's a simple out of bounds play. Usually you want to prove a point by using it on a foul call, not really an out of bounds call. Eddie Quintana, what's up, Eddie? First time here. Hope you're having a good time tonight, brother. Hope you have a good time tonight. Kenny McLeod said, crazy challenge, 1.7 seconds left in the first quarter. Josh Hart throws a home run baseball pass to Towns. And that's the end of the quarter. Why we had to use a challenge there, I don't know. I mean, you won the challenge, so you get another one back. So you still have a challenge available, but it looks like this is going to be a close game. So I don't know why you use a challenge there. I don't know why. Christopher Kahn said, Miami and what it used to be when they had Jimmy Butler. Very true. Very true. When you trade a star player away, you are not what you used to be, for sure. Jackie Lynn O, what's up, Jackie? Hope you're having a good time tonight, Jackie. Welcome, welcome. David said, can't wait to see Diawara. Maybe we see Diawara. Knicks are a little bit short-handed tonight with no McBride, no. I think we see Jemison before we see Diawara. But maybe he's doing some impressive things in practice. Mark said every possession counts. It doesn't really get you a possession. Josh Hart threw a home run pass that got knocked out of the air, and then the Knicks didn't even get a shot. If the Knicks had 3 seconds on the shot clock, or 3 seconds on the game clock to end the quarter, I'd be like, okay, worth. But they were never going to get a quality look off of the basket, so it feels useless. It feels like a useless challenge. Shot callers, what's up, shot callers? Even though you know you're going to win it, it feels like a useless challenge. Mark said it takes it away from them. I guess. That's a good point. It's a good point. I would just trust my defense to play good defense for 1.7 seconds and force a tough shot. I would just rather trust my defense than have to use a timeout and a challenge there. Chris said, does Bridges get the 10 points tonight? I think he absolutely gets the 10 points tonight. They're going to need Mikal Bridges. He's got 3 points so far. Anunoby with 10. You know how we do. We'll go over the box scores at halftime. Don't want to overreact to a first quarter. Both teams shot it pretty poorly in that first quarter. Missed some very makeable shots for both sides, especially the Knicks side. I feel like the Knicks missed more looks than the Heat did overall in terms of like open looks that I feel like they would normally hit. But Towns had 3 very good looks from 3-point range, and he missed all 3 of them. Don't expect that to happen majority of the game. So Yak said, "What's up, Yak? Happy to see you, Yak." I just went right into talking to Yak as if he's been here the whole time. I know you have been here, you just haven't been in chat. But what's up, Yak? He brings in new players coming to the second. He is very good with his rotations. Mark, Tyler. I did see Tyler Cola come to the game in the Gamecast thing. I'm trying to keep my eyes off of it because I'm so far behind, and it's telling me the future. But I just did see Tyler Cola comes in and made a shot. David Garner, what's up, David? Appreciate you, David. James Cookfair, what's up, James? I feel like it's been a while since I've seen you, James. How you doing? After two decades of crappy management, Leon and his team have each year made a better product. Absolutely, James. I'm a huge Leon Rose fan. I'm a huge Leon Rose supporter. Every move isn't going to be perfect, but I'm with it. Jordan Clarkson is in the game for the first time, along with Tyler Kolek, OG Anunoby, Karl Anthony Towns, and Yabusele. They get it over to Kolek. Left wing 3, no hesitation. Splashed it. Nothing but net. I knew a shot was going to go down for Kolek, but oh my goodness, the confidence just coming off the screen. Swing it over to me. Let me let it fly. Just got into the game, started the second quarter, and we got it to go. Jaquez has it up top, coming to his left. Kolek digs down, almost gets the steal. Out to Fontecchio, a 3, trying to get it over Towns, and he gets it to go down. So we scored a 3, but we gave a 3-point shot right back. So we were up 6, now we're up 3 again. Clarkson up top, gets it over to Kolek. Kolek hands it off to Anunoby. Back to Kolek along the baseline. He's open. Inside pass to Towns. Towns was not expecting it. Draws the foul. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Tyler Kolek with the look away. Look like I'm going to swing it out to the corner. Nope, I'm going to drop it down to the big man. Make sure I get my big man an easy 2. He's missed a couple of easy 3s normally for him. Let me get my big man an easy 2. Look at Tyler Kolek being a point guard out there, y'all. Chris Kahn said, Miami and New York. I think that Miami has better defense, no offense. New York, I think New York has better offense. Miami's offense definitely struggles. It's been better so far to start the year. Again, we went over 148 points the other night against Memphis. But the Knicks definitely have better offense. I mean, they got Brunson and Towns. And Miami's missing Tyler Hero. So definitely leans more towards the Knicks. But I would still also prefer the Knicks' defense over Miami's defense. Even trying to be objective about it. Obviously, I'm a Knicks fan, but even trying to be objective about it, thinking about it, the Knicks are missing Mitchell Robinson, who had so much to their defense. But Towns split the free throws. Can we knock down our free throws, please? They swing it around. Jovic, a right wing 3. He just tossed up 2 air balls. Can't get that one to go. Towns rips down a rebound. Quick outlet to Kolek. Kolek bringing it down. Has it on the right wing, being picked up by Smith. Kolek coming to his left off the Town screen. Sprays it over to Anunoby. Anunoby catches, pump fakes, jab step, puts up the three anyway. Can't get it to go. Bam chases down the long rebound. He's pushing it the other way. 10:30 to go and throws it to nobody. Jovic, is that Fontecchio? Fontecchio was not looking back for the ball. And Bam is like, brother, you got to look back for the ball. And Fontecchio said, my bad. And Bam said, it's all right. And the Knicks will bring it down now. Kolek up top, crosses over to Clarkson. Left corner three, no hesitation. Can't get it to go. Yabu with the offensive rebound. They swing it around back to Kolek. Pump fake, jab step, back to Anunoby. A deep right wing three. Terrible shot. Anunoby tosses up a bad air ball, well short. Terrible shot. They spray it out to Drew Smith, an open right wing three in transition. Way long, can't get it to go. Long rebound, it's going to fly back out to Drew Smith. Over to Jaquez, a left wing three. I am very good living with Jaquez settling for threes. I'm very happy with that. He misses it. Now here comes Kolek over to Towns. Towns up top, putting his head down, attacking. Gets stripped out of his hands. A bad decision from Towns to go when the defense was surrounding him. They get over to Jaquez in transition. Gets the layup to go. Good job from Tyler Kolek not to foul. We're quickly pushing the other way. Nope, we're going to get a timeout from the Knicks. Bad decisions from the Knicks all around from their guys. And it's a 2-point game, 31-29. Quan, what's up, Quan? Anthony Boyd said, I've been waiting 55 years for the Knicks to win. for the Knicks to win a chip. Yeah, man. Yeah. Mark said, good timeout. Yeah, they look a little sporadic right now, the Knicks. Good timeout from Mike Brown. Call timeout. Calm them down. Let's make good decisions. We don't have to force anything. Towns in that spot looked like he was going to go force his way to the basket. Don't need to do that. Not right now. Will said, not loving these OG threes. He's clearly feeling it, but I'm with you. Not the other ones, okay. But the last two he's taken, I'm not with the last two he's taken. They swung it over to him on the left wing, and he caught it. And he pump faked, and the defense is right there, closing out on him. So he pump fakes, jab steps, he hesitates real quick, and then he shoots a three. Like, that's not a good shot. And then the other one, they swing it over to him on the right wing, and he's super deep. That's not normally OG Anunoby's game, shooting deep threes like that. Chucks up a deep right wing three and comes up well short. Clearly was not in rhythm. So Mark said OG from 30? Nah, bro. Yeah, that's not really his game. He's not a pull-up from 30-foot type of three-point shooter. He's a corners, wings type of three-point shooter. Eddie said, Heat winning this game? I mean, I think it's going to come down to the wire. I think this is going to be a close game all the way through. Both teams dealing with some absent players, but obviously the absent players probably affect Miami a lot more, considering the Knicks have more talent overall at this point in their team's construction. No hero really affects Miami more so than the Knicks being without Robinson and McBride. Amy Machua, what's up, Amy? Buzzer Beater said, I'm still waiting on Yabu and Clarkson to break out. I mean, Clarkson had a good game the other night. Even Yabu had a good game the other night against Boston. But, I want to see like a 20-point outburst from Clarkson, or even a 20-point out or 15-point outburst from Yabu where he hits four or five threes. That's what I'm waiting for, too. Anthony said, I feel this is the year the waiting ends. This is going to be their best chance. This is going to be their best chance. Amy Machua with the subscription. Appreciate you, Amy. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Welcome. Thank you for the subscription. Jay Davis said, not hit them threes. We're getting stuck there. We're going to play with this team and lose if we keep this up. Yeah, I mean, if you come down to the wire, it could go either way. You get Norman Powell getting hot, and then all of a sudden you're dealing with that. So, Will said, Chevy, do you think Yabu could maybe drop some weight? Absolutely. It came out at the end of preseason. They put out the Knicks official measurements, and Yabu came weighing in at 283 pounds. He weighs heavier than Mitchell Robinson. He weighs heavier than Towns. It's like, brother, what? You're like 4 or 5 inches shorter than those guys. Those guys are 7 foot tall. You're 6'8". What do you mean you weigh 283? He's way too big. He's got to drop another 15 pounds or so. He'll get slimmer and better as the season goes on. His conditioning will get better. But, coming into the season that way is not what you want to see from Yabusele, right? So here we go. We're back into it. They get it over to Kolek, who will bring it down off some full court pressure from Miami. Now they cool it off a little bit. Clarkson has it up top. Coming to is right off the Town screen. Good off-ball movement from the Knicks to get it over to Kolek. Good defense from Miami to stay connected with everybody. Kolek up top to Clarkson. Clarkson a deep straightaway three. Not deep, but a straightaway three over Bam. Can't get it to go. Rebound back out to Kolek. Wide open straightaway three. He can't get it to go off the rebound. Loose ball, battling for it, and out of bounds off of Drew Smith. And they're going to give it back to the Knicks, but Drew Smith very adamant, looking for a challenge from his coaching staff. And doesn't look like they're going to get it. Miami's going to use their challenge. Okay, so if Miami's starting to use their challenge, it's likely off the Knicks. So we'll have to see. We're going to get another timeout from Miami here. Eddie said, I'm good with this 5. The 5 we have out right now is Anunoby, Towns, Yabusele, Clarkson, and Kolek. It's pretty good. Pretty good 5. I mean, I'm pretty good trusting everybody on this team right now. I think it's a very well-constructed team. Even Kolek, who coming into the regular season, I was like, I don't know about Kolek, but he had a good end to the preseason and has so far had an excellent start to the regular season. He's been very impactful. So I'm pretty confident in everybody that's out there right now. Jay Davis said, hey, Kolek shoot the ball sometimes. I mean, he's taking he's taking three shots. Taking 2 shots. Taking 2 shots. Hattie said, I'm not sure about Clarkson. Yeah, I mean, Clarkson has a specific play style that he has how do I want to phrase this? He has a specific play style that normally isn't conducive to the way the Knicks are currently playing. He has a very isolation-heavy play style. And if you're not an isolation scorer to the level that Jalen Brunson is, I don't really want you isolating. Right? Jalen Brunson can ISO because he can cook whoever's in front of him. I mean, it could be Amin Thompson. It could be whoever. I've seen him cook Wembanyama off the bounce. And it's like, how do you get a mid-range jumper off of Wembanyama? Jalen Brunson at 6'1" figured out a way how to do it. I don't want you living off of that, but Clarkson's best ability is to generate a shot for himself. And I'm not entirely sure that fits this team all that good or fits that team all that well. I've stated multiple times in my evaluation of Clarkson is that he is a combo guard. He does have good vision. He is a good passer. Right? He can make difficult passes. He can make them. And so I need him to lean more into his point guard side more so than his shooting guard side with this team, right? Other iterations of teams that he has been on when he won Sixth Man of the Year, he leaned in more to the shooting guard aspect of it and put up a bunch of buckets and took a lot of shots, even though his efficiency wasn't all that good. So, if he can lean more into his point guard side, it would be very beneficial to the Knicks. I think part of the reason why you have Tyler Kolek in the rotation is because Clarkson hasn't really leaned into the point guard side. Successful challenge from Miami, by the way, so they're going to get the ball back here. Boom Pay, what's up, Boom? He said, I'm in the grim darkness of the far future. There's only Wemby. Yes. Wembanyama is coming. As they throw a terrible lob to Bam, the Knicks break it up perfectly. And here comes Clarkson pushing it the other way. I think Yabusele was there to break it up. Clarkson bringing it down, gets caught in the midair, kicks it out to Clarkson, the left corner 3, line me up. Can't get it to go down. Towns fighting for the rebound, but Bam able to pick it up. Comes Bam pushing it the other way. 9 minutes to go here. They get it over to Jaquez. Jaquez hits Jovic cutting back door. Jovic kicks it out to a wide open Drew Smith. Excellent pass from Jovic. And Drew Smith knocks down the 3. 31-32. Miami retakes a 1-point lead here. Kolek has it up top. Hands it off to Clarkson. Clarkson driving to his left. In the mid-range, puts up a tough little floater there. Wide right. Way off. Can't get it to go. Took an awkward bounce. Yabusele wasn't able to grab it. Fontecchio chases it down, and here comes Jovic. Anunoby will pick him up. Jovic has it up top. Dancing with it. Up top to Jaquez. Jaquez pulls it back out. Gets it out to Fontecchio. Fontecchio in the corner. No hesitation from Bam, who knocks down a left corner 3 over Karl-Anthony Towns. And here comes Miami as they take a 4-point lead here. Knicks need to be able to respond. 2 straight threes for Miami. And Kolek has it up top. Coming to his left, over to Anunoby. Anunoby hands it off to Clarkson. Clarkson turning the corner, driving it down, leans in, draws the foul. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. That's what I want to see from Jordan Clarkson there. Keith Modeste, what's up, Keith? Locked in, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Roy Valentino, what's up, Roy? Roy said, as the season goes on, Clarkson will show his worth. That's what I'm hoping. David M, what's up, David? Sixers are going to be tough if they stay healthy. They will not stay healthy, and so they will not be tough. They will be tough because Maxey is tough, Edgecombe is tough, Jared McCain will eventually come back. But I'm 0% worried about Joel Embiid and 0% worried about Paul George. They just got to get Jared McCain back. Quentin Grimes is tough. McCain is tough. Maxey and Edgecombe are tough. So they got a great guard rotation going on there. I don't care about Paul George. I don't care about Embiid. I'm not worried 1% about those guys. The other dudes on that team, I like Miami. I like Philly outside of Embiid and Paul George. Clarkson at the foul line knocks down both free throws. Thank you, Jordan Clarkson. I appreciate you knocking down your free throws. Bridges has subbed in for Anunoby. Bam down the lane. Can't get the scoop layup with the left hand to go. Good defense from Yabusele. The Knicks going small with Yabu at the 5. Cross-court pass to Clarkson. Clarkson going along the baseline. Gets caught in the air. Reverse layup. Got it to go. There you go, Jordan Clarkson. That's what we need you to do, brother. Knicks tie back up at 35. Fontecchio attacking along the right baseline. Trying to bully ball his way to the rim. Can't get it to go, but gets the little putback to go. You got to come from behind and get to that rebound, Yabu. Bridges did his initial job to force the miss. Bridges bringing it down now. Coming to his left off a big Yabu screen. Excellent screen. Out to Kolek. Back out to nobody. Bridges trying to save it from going in the backcourt. Saves it over to Clarkson. Clarkson's going to look to attack now. He has it up top, being guarded by Bam. Back over to Josh Hart on the left wing. They leave him open. Hesitates, spins, doesn't take the shot. Hands it off to Kolek. Shot clock winding down. Kolek's got to get a shot off. Foul line, little pull-up, one-legged jumper. Tyler Kolek, yes, sir. If you guys watched his Instagram videos, he was going one-on-one with Jordan Clarkson all summer long, and that's the type of thing you learn when you work out with a guy like Jordan Clarkson, the one-legged mid-range foul line jumper. The Heat swinging around. Fontecchio left wing 3. He hit one previously, and he continues to knock him down as Fontecchio is getting it to go. 5 straight points for Fontecchio. Previously a layup at the rim, and this time a left wing 3. He's hooping right now. And here comes Tyler Kolek bringing it down the other way. Coming to his left off a big Yabu screen. A straightaway pull-up 3. Well short. Not the greatest shot. Don't love that. Bridges and Yabusele fighting for it. Out to Josh Hart. Over to Clarkson. A left wing 3 for Clarkson. Comes up short. And Bam with the rebound. And the Knicks really struggling to knock down open looks here. And here comes Bam bringing it down the other way. Hesitation. Stops. Turns. Spins to his left. Driving it down against Yabusele. Draws the foul. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Yabusele looking at the ref saying, I'm just standing there. He's running right into me and then he's falling over. Yabusele not a fan of the call, but it's going to send Bam to the foul line for 2 free throws. Angela Harding, what's up, Angela? Maddie Yao, what's up, Maddie? Karen reminding people the thumbs up. Appreciate you, Karen. She said we hit 100. We hit Karen's goal. Appreciate y'all for helping out Karen hit the like goal and helping out me for hit the like goal. I very much appreciate y'all. It's by far the best way to support the stream. Go ahead, hit the like button, y'all. So I very much appreciate it. You can take the time. Literally takes a second. So go ahead, hit the thumbs up button, like the stream. The best way to support. Not going to ask you to do anything else other than like and subscribe. So I very much appreciate it. If you're enjoying yourself, go ahead, help and support. Jalen Brunson coming back in. The Knicks out there with Bridges, Brunson, Yabusele, Clarkson, and Hart. As Bam Adebayo knocks down both free throws. We are approaching the halfway point here of the second quarter. Almost at the 6-minute mark. Bridges up top coming to his right. Hands it off to Clarkson. Now over to Yabu. Yabusele up top. Hands it off to Bridges. Bridges coming to his right of the screen. Driving it down. Cross-court pass to Clarkson. Excellent pass. Attacking to his right quickly to the rim. Kicks it back out to Bridges. Bridges a right wing 3. Got it to go. I was about to say good pass from Clarkson, but bad pass in the sense that you had a wide open layup. Gave it up for the open 3. Thankfully, Bridges made the 3. 40 to 42, a 2-point game. Miami holding on to a lead here. Wiggins being guarded by Brunson. Excellent defense from Brunson. Yabusele wisely came over for the help. They were able to get the steal together. Hit ahead to Josh Hart. Open lane. Euro steps. And they got a blocking foul on Davion Mitchell as Josh Hart narrowly avoided the charge hitting the Euro step. And Josh Hart looking at the corner. I didn't see who was in the corner spacing the floor there, but Josh Hart had an easy dish to the corner for the open 3. Instead tried to take it to the rim for the layup. He didn't knock down the layup, but he did draw the foul. Josh Hart looking at the corner, saying, I missed you, brother. That might have been Clarkson open in the corner there. Just that said, 5 for 23 from 3 on mostly decent looks, mostly very makeable looks. So as the season continues, you got to keep taking the open shots, right? You got to keep taking the open shots. Part of basketball. right? The Knicks are learning where these three-point shots are going to be generated from for them as Josh Hart misses a free throw. Come on, y'all, we can't be missing free throws. You can't be missing free throws. You can't be missing free throws. The Knicks shooters are too good, just as dead, to continue to shoot this poorly to start the year. Part of it is a number of things. With the new system, you're getting three-point shots from spots on the court that you aren't entirely accustomed to getting those spots from in the NBA. You're getting them in movement, which they were not necessarily doing or getting under the Tom Thibodeau era, and so it's a bit of an adjustment in terms of shooting it in actual game. Josh Hart does at least knock down the second one. But they will get much better at shooting three-point shots as the season goes on. You got to continue to take them. They are open as Jaquez crosses over on Josh Hart and gets the easy lefty layup to go. But you got to be able to continue to do it. Brunson coming to his left off the town screen, looking to answer. Euro steps down the lane, can't get the floater to go. Blocked by Wiggins, but Josh Hart comes flying in for a rebound. Josh Hart attacking along the baseline, draws a foul on Fontecchio, and they say foul on the floor. So no free throws for Josh Hart. Will be side out of bounds for the Knicks. The Knicks currently down by 3, a one-possession game with Miami. They've gone back and forth all night long. Hattie said, come on, free money. They don't call them free throws for a reason. They don't call them free for a reason. They don't call them free for a reason, right? Chris said, OMG, Mitchell's still hacking and whacking. Brunson gets it into Clarkson. Clarkson back to Brunson. Brunson being guarded by Fontecchio. Quick crossover to his right off the town screen. Hesitation move, driving it down. Little pull-up mid-range jumper. Can't bank it in. Towns with the offensive rebound and lays it up and in over Khalil Ware, who mistimed his jump. Towns able to take advantage. And now here comes Jaquez bringing it down the other way. 5 minutes to go. Jaquez. Good ball denial from Bridges. Keeping it away from Powell. Jaquez has nowhere to go. Still has nowhere to go. And they call the offensive foul on Wiggins, trying to bully ball his way with his back to the basket against Brunson, fighting for positioning. They call the offensive foul on Wiggins. Look at Jalen Brunson battling down there on the defensive end. You can't be afraid to ask your star player to guard. And I think Tom Thibodeau was. Oh, no, they call a travel. They didn't call the foul. They called a travel on Jaquez. Okay. Either way, it's a turnover. Ball going back to the Knicks here. Brunson has it up top. Coming to his left. Off the town screen. Over to Towns. A deep straightaway three. Comes up short again. Jaquez with the rebound. And he's pushing the other way. He'd have numbers. Over to Wiggins. Wiggins to the rim. Gets the righty layup to go as he hits the floor. The Knicks trying to quickly push the other way. They have numbers. Brunson up top. Quick crossover. Stop. Turn. Pulls it back out. Get it over to Clarkson. Clarkson on a stampede. Cut to the rim. They call an offensive foul on Clarkson jumping into the defender. Clarkson not a fan of the call. But the ball's going to go back the other way. Now turnover. 46-43. Miami holding on to the three-point lead here. Just that's a mistime. The jumper was pushed by Cat. Same thing. Mark said they called another travel. The second travel of the game. You normally don't see the NBA call travels. We got 2 travels here tonight. 2. Wiggins has it up top, being guarded by Anunoby, who's back in and immediately forces a turnover. Comes up with a steal. Wiggins jumps right on top of him, and it's going to be a jump ball. So jump ball between Anunoby and Wiggins here. Anunoby, excellent on-ball defense, just poked the ball right out of Wiggins' hands. It's going to be a jump ball. Just that's a 3 fouls with 5:30 left to go, and the second is whacking. Not hacking, just the whacking part. Now, if you get the 4 fouls, then we start to get the whacking. So jump ball between Anunoby and Wiggins. Not sure what the commotion is here. Let's line it up. Let's jump the ball. Come on. What do we do? What do we do? What's the confusion? I don't understand. Everybody here has been playing basketball at least 5, 6, 7 years. Playing NBA basketball, I mean. Bunch of veterans on the court, and we don't know where we're supposed to stand? Come on. Come on. Come on. And the Knicks win the tip. There you go, OG. Brunson bringing it down the other way, 4 minutes to go. Brunson, being guarded by Larson, fakes the handoff all the way down, reverse layup, got the reverse layup to go. Jalen Brunson, my goodness. Just shook Larson out of his shoes and got the little reverse layup to go over Khalil Ware. Norman Powell bringing it down the right side of the court, being picked up by Bridges. Up top to Jaquez. Jaquez hands it off to Larson. Larson driving it down. Foul on Brunson is going to send Larson to the foul line for 2 free throws. Pell Larson in the game. And I know my stream is behind a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and hit the refresh button again. But it's really not my fault. It is the Gotham Sports app fault. I'm going to go ahead and hit the refresh anyway. Hopefully it'll push us ahead a little bit more. Okay. So Larson's at the foul line for 2 free throws. Knocks down the first one. Both these teams going back and forth, trading baskets. Neither team able to get too many defensive stops here. Just that said, Cat tried to take the jump ball. Why are you trying to take the jump ball? It clearly was tied up between Anunoby and Wiggins. As Larson does miss a free throw, we love missed free throws from our opponent. Absolutely adore them. Best part of basketball is when your opponent misses free throws. Brunson has it up top, dancing with it around Pell Larson. Coming off the town screen. Mid-range pull-up jumper from JB. Well short. Jaquez with the rebound. Jaquez pushing it the other way. Euro steps down the lane. Scoop with the right hand. Got the little finger roll to go. 3:30 to go. Brunson hands it off to Towns. Towns hesitates from 3. Doesn't want to take it. He's been off all night. I believe he's now 0 for 4 from three-point range. Up top to Brunson. Brunson coming to his left. In the corner to Bridges. Stampede dribble down the lane. Takes it out to Josh Hart. Josh Hart's going to look to attack. He's got an open lane of the basket. Easy two-handed slams. Miami miscommunicates there. And Pell Larson, again, blown by yet again. Keep Pell Larson on the court. Norman Powell's pull-up 3. Can't get it to go. A bad shot. Anunoby with the rebound. Rips it away. Now here comes Anunoby. Anunoby's been a monster on the glass since Mike Brown has taken over. I don't know what he told Anunoby, but he's been fantastic rebounding where he struggled a little bit last year. Josh Hart out of the right corner, going right at Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins ties him up, out of bounds. And now they say out of bounds off of Josh Hart. It's going to go back to Miami there. Josh Hart doing a little bit too much. Doing a little bit too much there. Give it up, Big Josh. Give it up. Pell Larson bringing it down. Larson picks up his handle. Gets it out to Powell. Powell in the mid-range being guarded by Bridges. Little fall-away jumper out of the mid-range. Can't get it to go, but they call a foul on Bridges. Hitting him on the elbow, on the forearm, whatever it was. It's going to send Norman Powell to the foul line for 2 free throws with 2:26 to go here in the second quarter. Miami up by 2 here, 49-47. Just as Dad said, we in our own world and get the game as it comes. 10 seconds late isn't a big deal. I'm trying, Just as Dad. I'm trying. I'm trying to be as current as possible. Powell knocked down the first free throw. Got one more coming. Knocks down the second. Miami back up by 4. And it's been a back and forth affair. Up by 2, up by 4, up by 2, up by 4. Trading baskets here. 2 minutes to go here in the second. Brunson hands it off to Anunoby. Anunoby hands it off to Towns. Towns, a 3. Now 0 for 5 from three-point range. Josh Hart chases down the offensive rebound because, of course, he does. Swinging it around. Bridges, the right corner 3. Mikal Bridges finally shows us how it's done from three-point range. We got it to go down, finally. But quickly, Jaquez driving it down the other way. Kicks out to Pell Larson, the right corner 3. He can't answer. Towns with the rebound. Quick outlet to Bridges. Bridges bringing it down. I didn't give the Knicks their 3. There we go. 1-point game up top to Brunson. Brunson over to Towns. Back to Brunson. Coming to his left off the handoff from Towns. Brunson kicks it out to Anunoby. Anunoby catches it on the run. Back to Bridges. Bridges another right corner 3. Can't get that one to go. Would have popped off for 2 straight threes from Mikal Bridges. Here comes Wiggins pushing it the other way. They have numbers. Euro steps down the lane. High floater off glass. Gets it to go over OG. A tough shot, but one Andrew Wiggins has made throughout his career. A go-to shot, one might say, for Andrew Wiggins there. Brunson has it up top. Struggling with the handle. Coming to his right. Over to Bridges. Bridges hands it off to Anunoby. Anunoby driving to his left. Leans in. Takes it out to Hart. Inside pass to Towns. Towns with Jaquez on him. Steps through. Righty hook. Got it to go. A nice easy one for Towns. There we go. Finally feeding Towns in the paint there. Jaquez hands it off to Bam, who has subbed in now. Bam driving it to his right. Well, he's been subbed in for a while, but now he touches it. All the way over Towns. Rattles it in for Bam Adebayo. 2 big men going at each other in the last 2 possessions there. Bridges will bring it down. Under a minute to go. Bridges hands it off to Brunson. Brunson being picked up by Jaquez. Now back to Bridges being guarded by Larson. Bridges swings through to his right. And an offensive foul on Karl-Anthony Towns. Kung fu fighting with Bam Adebayo. Bam leaning on him. Towns feeling a certain way about it. Show me the replay. What is Towns doing here? Is he being silly? He's being a little silly. Being a little silly. Bam puts his hand out in front of Towns to deny the entry pass. Towns gets frustrated and slaps the arms away right in front of the ref. A silly offensive foul from Towns. We are due for a silly offensive foul from Towns every single game. 40 seconds to go. Miami has the ball. Bam dancing with it against Towns. Down the lane, puts up a tough floater. Can't get it to go, but that's because he is fouled by Karl-Anthony Towns. He's going to send Bam to the foul line for 2 free throws here. That is Towns' second foul. Only Towns' second foul, but he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Just that's a Bam in the zone. He's feeling himself right now for sure. He's for sure feeling himself right now. George Katsimatis? Hold on, let me get it. Katsimatis? What's up, George? Hart is an idiot. I think Josh Hart, I call him the Chaos Engine. He's going to make some wild plays. But there is no questioning what Josh Hart is looking to do there. There is no questioning. Bam at the foul line, knocks down both free throws. 57-52, a 5-point lead for Miami has opened up here at the end of the quarter. Brunson up top. Let's see if the Knicks can chip away at it before we get to halftime. This should be their final offensive possession. Brunson up top, being guarded by Fontecchio on a switch. They show 2. Over to Josh Hart, a right corner 3. Josh, well short, long rebound. Josh Hart fighting for it, but can't hold on to it. Bam picks it up. We're pushing the other way. The Heat have numbers. Down the lane, Bam Adebayo gets swatted by OG Anunoby. OG, yes sir. Josh Hart bringing it down. Inside pass to Bridges. Bridges with a beautiful reverse layup. Excellent job from Josh Hart there. Beautiful pass. And a delay game violation on Josh Hart. OG Anunoby with a block on one end. Josh Hart pushing it the other way. Hits Bridges, cut into the rim for an easy layup. Powell bringing it down now. A half-court heave. Well short. And that will take us to the end of the first half. In a 3-point game, a 1-possession game. But, man, it has been a back-and-forth affair. Neither team really able to generate a large lead. I think the largest lead by the Knicks was 7. And the largest lead by the Heat, I believe, has been 5. So neither team able to really extend any monicum of lead over the other. It's been a back-and-forth affair all night long. I told you guys to start the game. It looked like it was going to be a close game, and so far, it has played exactly how we expected. As Zay Garner said, the first half was ugly. It was ugly. It was a bunch of missed shots from the Knicks, sloppy turnovers, missed shot from the Heat, sloppy turnovers. It is early in the season, and we got maybe some of the adrenaline of those first couple of games out of the way, and so now we're kind of easing into the season, and you're seeing some of the sloppiness come out a little bit. Michael Ramdath, what's up, Michael? Fongpei said Karl-Anthony has been declared a principality. Chris Baskerville said I need 4 points from Mitchell. He played 7 minutes because of 3 fouls. I mean, look, man, it's tough when you're guarding Jalen Brunson. He's gonna get you into foul trouble. That's number 1. And number 2, you're being guarded by Jalen Brunson. He should be able to get 1 more basket. He already has 2 points. You should be all right, Chris. You should be all right. 4 points is not asking a whole lot of Davion Mitchell. We can go over some box scores. We can go around the league as well as a bunch of games have tipped off now. Michael said, what's up, first time in? He also said, let's go Knicks. So you are a fellow Knicks fan. Appreciate you, Michael. Hope you're having a good time tonight, man. Let's go over some box scores, right? It is halftime. So we can look at it real quick. OG Anunoby to start the game was firing away from 3-point range. 2 for 6 from 3. Most of those coming in the first quarter, by the way. Didn't shoot a whole lot in that second quarter. 8 points for OG. 3 boards and assists, 2 steals, a block. OG Anunoby stat line, that's fine. I want to see him take better shots from three. He doesn't have to force it the way he has been forcing it so far tonight. Maybe he's feeling himself and he wants to get those shots up, but he's 2 for 6 from three. Could be better. You get over to Karl-Anthony Towns, similar situation. He's firing away from three, and they're all pretty makeable shots. We've seen Karl-Anthony Towns make these shots a million times, even during his Knicks tenure here. These are shots he has normally taken and has normally hit, and so far tonight, he is just misfiring all over the place. So he's stuck with 7 points. He did snag a big old 10 rebounds. Big old number 10 rebounds. Also, we did not see Ariel Hukporti after the start here. Speaking of, he only played 5 minutes, all of them coming in that first quarter. Interesting decision there. Maybe he just didn't like the matchup. Maybe Miami didn't go to the double bigs as often once those first 5 minutes were up. I'm not entirely sure what the reason behind that was, but no Hukporti in the second quarter or after that first initial 5-minute stint. Interesting. He did put the zeros across the board. He did have 1 rebound and 1 assist, which makes me feel like Hukporti could do some things in this game. I don't know. Especially on a night where you're not knocking down your shots. You might want to get a little bit closer to the basket with Hukporti, battling on the offensive glass, right? I don't know. Just me. Interesting. We get the Mikal Bridges, 4 for 5 from the field, 2 for 3 from three-point range. The only guy who's actually shooting it pretty effectively tonight. 11 points for him, our second leading scorer, only behind Mr. Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson, 15 points, 4 boards, 1 assist, 1 rebound, 1 assist from Mikal Bridges. The assist number is not all that too high, not all that high here tonight, mostly because nobody's really knocking anything down. The Knicks are moving the ball well. They're generating decent looks. Not able to knock anything down. We'll go over the team percentages in a second here, but let's go down to their bench. The bench for the Knicks, Yabusele with 9 minutes, Josh Hart with 16, Clarkson with 8, Landry with 5, Kolek with 6. So pretty even distributions down the line, except for Josh Hart, who's playing the 6-man spot tonight with Deuce McBride out. 4 points for Josh Hart, 5 rebounds, nice, 3 assists, cool. You love to see that from Big Josh. He's doing Josh Hart things. 4 of his 5 rebounds are offensive. Cool. Shout out Josh Hart for the offensive rebounding. Without Mitchell Robinson, we need an offensive rebounder out there. Jordan Clarkson with 4 points. He's 1 for 5 from the floor, 0 for 3 from three-point range, but I thought Jordan Clarkson played pretty fine. I like the Jordan Clarkson minutes for the most part. He did pick up 2 assists as well, so he was trying to facilitate and move the ball around. My man El Tigre with a very generous super chat. Appreciate you, El Tigre. There you are with the pop, my brother. So, what's up, Chef? Great to see you. Great to see you, El Tigre. Always love to see you in the chat, my brother. Thank you for your generosity. Peso Frank, what's up, Peso Frank? Go Sixers. Good luck with your season, my man. Listen, you got some great guards to build around. You got to find a sucker team to ship and beat off to. You got to find a way to get off of Paul George, but outside of that, you guys are set up for the future. You're looking good. KA said they took 2 away from OG. They took 2 what away? 2 assists, 2 rebounds? What 2 did they take away from OG? Isaiah Gardner said Mikal always shooting efficiently, especially from mid-range. I mean, look, he's the only guy who's really shooting it efficiently tonight for the Knicks. I'd like us to see us lean a little bit more into Mikal Bridges, maybe run some pick and roll with him. The only guy who's got anything going, he's got a matchup advantage as they're putting their best defenders on Anunoby, Towns, and Brunson. So on most nights, he should have the matchup advantage because that should be the priority for the other team to match up with Brunson, Towns, and Anunoby, and then Mikal Bridges will get the 4th best defender on the team. So he should be able to take advantage of the matchups here tonight, as he's kind of the 4th guy and oftentimes can get lost in the shuffle. So I'd like us to lean a little bit more into Mikal Bridges tonight, especially as one of the only guys who has anything going from the perimeter. Foong Pei said, Cooking with Kuminga, hosted by Chef Curry, has been renewed for a 2nd season. Kuminga has looked good to start the year. Isaiah Gardner said, has been shooting the 3-ball better too. He said they took 2 points away from Bridges? Why'd they take 2 points away from Bridges? Will said threes just aren't falling tonight. Yes. Now that has been the case throughout the preseason and throughout the regular season, where the 3-point shots just aren't really falling for the Knicks right now. And that could be a multitude of things. That could be early season rust and early season jitters. It could be getting acclimated to an offense that is prioritizing movement, and so you're not necessarily shooting catch and shoot threes the same way. Like not all catch and shoot threes are created equal. Like there's quick stand still, ball finds me, I'm locked and ready to go, and that's a 3. There are catch and shoot threes where you kind of get jogging to the spot, catch it, set your feet on a little hop, and you shoot it. a little bit of movement there, and then there's open threes where you're really coming off movement, where you're flying to it, getting there, and jumping right up, and that's a lot of movement, and that's different than how the threes they were generating before. And so even players who we know are good three-point shooters are going to have to adjust to the different kinds of three-point shots that they're going to get here. That's Towns, that's Anunoby, that's Bridges, that's Brunson. All the three-point shooters who we know can knock down three-point shots with consistency are going to adjust to the types of shots they get, where they get them from, how often they're going to get them, and the speed at which they're going to get them, right? Whether it's movement, whether it's whatever. Malik Haddad, what's up, Malik? Appreciate you, man. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Thank you for the subscription, my brother. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. And the generosity, Malik Haddad. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. He said the fit and the big MP pointer. Oh, the big pointer got you looking like a history teacher, LMAO. Keep up the good work and let's go, Knicks. Appreciate you, Malik. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. I mean, this is the vibe I'm definitely kind of going for, right? I feel like I'm in class and I'm just talking to you guys about basketball, going over things. Very fun, very fun. That's definitely the vibe I'm going for, Malik. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you for the subscription. Hope you're having a good time, man. Thank you. Joe said, popping, we're going to get hot. It's going to be good half for our Knicks. I'm hoping so. Will said it always levels out. Usually. Some nights you just have a bad shooting night, though. Right? Some nights it's just bad. They are shooting as a team 6 for 28 from three-point range. That's 21.4%. That is not good, obviously. Not good. Need them to pick it up in the second half. I assume they will. You can't expect a guy like Karl-Anthony Towns to continue to misfire the way he has with the quality of looks he's gotten, similar with Anunoby. Although he did take some wild threes, with the quality of looks he normally gets within the offense for him to continue to misfire. Tyler Kolek came to the game. He got, I'd say 3 of the 4 he took were pretty open and very makeable threes. We know second-year player, first time in getting actual rotation minutes, so can't really say for sure whether or not these are shots he should. I mean, he should knock them down with regularity, but I don't know. I can't say for sure if these are shots he will knock down with regularity throughout his career. We know coming into the NBA, three-point shooting, improving as a three-point shooter was definitely a priority for him. So, Chris Kahn said, hey, man, it's going. I took a break for a couple of. Oh, how's it going? I took a break for a couple hours. It's been up and down, Chris Kahn. Chris Cohn? My man, Chris. Appreciate you, Chris. Correct me on the proper way to say your name. It's very respectful for me to be able to say your name properly. Obviously, I could just call you Chris, but there are sometimes multiple Chris's in the chat. How's it going so far? I mean, it's been up and down. It's been back and forth. It's been very tight. The Knicks have had open looks from three-point range that they just haven't really knocked down. 6 for 28 from 3, so that's not good. Similar for the Heat. They've generated decent looks that they have not knocked down. So it's kind of been a bit of a sloppy back and forth affair so far tonight. And I think the first team that catches fire from the perimeter will probably be the team that wins today, just because it's kind of, Chris said, you can call me Michael, Chris Michael. Chris Michael? I'll call you Michael, Chris Michael, if that's what you want, brother. Michael Ramdath said, has Hart made any impact? Hart has made an impact. Hart has been solid. I call him the chaos engine of the team. You never really know what you're going to get from Josh Hart. You can get a night where he's going to hit 3 threes. You get a night where he's going to be 1 for 3 from the field and 0 for 2 from 3 and 2 for 4 from the foul line. Please knock down your free throws, Josh Hart. 2 for 4 is not what I want to see from you. But, he's got 4 points. He has talked about being rusty. He is coming back from a back injury. He does have the injured finger that he's going to be dealing with all season long, so I'm not expecting him to shoot it well this year from the perimeter. But he has had an impact. 3 offensive rebounds for him, 4 total rebounds, 3 assists as well. One of the best playmakers on the team, or one of the better playmakers on the team. One of the guys who can actually get it and go and transition and get to the rim and force teams to collapse on him. Now, hopefully he makes the correct decisions out of that. He doesn't always make the correct decisions, but he has been impactful in the game. He has, +4. That's not lying right there. +4 when he's in the game has been solid. Also, I think the defense has been okay. Yak said the cool professor look. Appreciate you. Angel A1 Droman said, my son Mikey says 6. 6'7". All right, shout out to him. The memers. I'm still not entirely sure what the meme is. I'm too old for this. Too old for that. We get down to the Miami Heat. Miami Heat, similar to the Knicks, up and down performance from them. Some guys have it going, like Adebayo and Norman Powell. Mostly Adebayo got it going towards the end of the quarter there. His two made shots came in that second quarter, towards the end of it, in the second half of the second quarter. He's up to 13 points. He's getting to the foul line. He's getting hacked and whacked. 8 for 8 from the foul line for him. He's also knocking him down. 7 rebounds and assists. He does have 4 turnovers, which is, the other side of Bam Adebayo. He can be a bit of a turnover machine if you ask him to do a little bit too much. The Madrasi Travel Channel. What's up, Madrasi? Chris said, I got one question. What do you have to say to the Knicks haters? What do I have to say to the Knicks haters? It's not too late to hop on the bandwagon, man. That's all I gotta say. Like, go ahead, hate. I'm over here having fun. I'm not gonna let anybody hating on the Knicks bring me down. I live my life through the lens of positivity. If you're gonna be overly negative, I'm gonna keep it moving over here. Keep it moving. Buzzer Beater said, if you had 2 male backup singers, you could be the cat friend. What? Oh, man. Chris said, Ray J's in the game? Oh, man. Living legend, Ray J. Shout out Ray J. Preseason legend, Ray J. Mason Walters, what's up, Mason? Drew Smith has been playing. Drew Smith has been playing. He came off the bench. Back to the box score for them. Khalil Ware having a terrible night, 0 for 1 from the field. Only played 10 minutes, not doing a whole lot. This is the downside of Khalil Ware, where, he's just not entirely locked in, just not having the level of impact that you need a guy like Khalil Ware to have. And then Davion Mitchell getting into foul trouble. We're talking about Norman Powell. He's getting it going. He's 2 for 4 from the field, 5 for 8 from the field, 15 points for him, 4 boards and assists. Davion Mitchell, 8 points, 3 fouls. He's guarding Jalen Brunson. It's tough. It's tough to stay on the court when you're guarding Jalen Brunson, Just as that said, the NBA Cup starts Friday. Yes, it does. Do the Knicks play Friday, just as dead? Isn't our first NBA Cup game against the Bulls? We have a back-to-back situation against the Bulls, and one of them is an NBA Cup game. The Miami bench, they went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Yeah, 5 players deep off their bench, so they're running a 10-man rotation tonight. Fontecchio has been the guy killing the Knicks off the bench the most, I'd say, knocking down the 2 threes. He's got 8 points, 3 rebounds, and assists. Solid minutes from Fontecchio. Jaime Jaquez, 4 for 5 from the field. He's also kind of been killing the Knicks. Very smart play from Jaime Jaquez, who played 15 minutes. He's up to 8. Drew Smith with 6. He knocked down 2 threes, so he's kind of hurting the Knicks as well. Overall, the Knicks have hit 6 threes, and the Heat, 7 for 18 from three-point range. Significantly better percentage. They've taken less, and they've made more, which is always a bad sign. Always. Let's lock back in, getting ready for the start of the second half here. Chris said they're jealous because New York is one of the best teams in the Eastern Division. Yes, they are. Victor Marquez, what's up, Vic? Feels like Jimmy Butler never left the way the Heat are playing. It's part of it's their culture, man. Their culture. Perfectus, what's up, Perfectus? Happy to see you back, brother. That's their culture. They don't call it Heat culture for nothing. They didn't put that whack-ass saying on the court for nothing. Here we go. Start of the second half here. Here we go. You are lined up and ready to go. Set our timer up. Third quarter. 12 minutes up on the clock. We've got 24 more minutes of basketball here tonight. Jalen Brunson bringing it down to start the second half. Huckporty does come out to start the second half. They hand it off to Brunson, over to Towns. Towns down the lane, can't get the layup to go. Well contested from Khalil Ware. Towns hit the floor looking for a foul call. He doesn't get it, so now it's a 5-on-4. Bam. Gets it inside to Adebayo, gets it inside the Ware. He turns, finishes with a lefty hook over Anunoby. Not a great start from the Knicks there. Brunson tried to draw the foul. They didn't give it to him. Brunson up top, coming to his right of the Huckporty screen. Sprays it over to Anunoby, right corner. No hesitation, 3. Well contested, well short. Didn't get it to go. Why are we shooting so many contested threes, OG? Why are we doing that? To get it out to Bam, who mishandled the ball, able to pick it up again and lay it up and in. And just like that, a quick 7-point lead for Miami to come out to start the second half. Knicks got to wake up here. Don't want to get too far down against this Heat team. Anunoby throws it away. Brunson able to pick it up as the Heat just let it slide by them. Brunson bringing it down now in the lane. Takes it out to Bridges. A right corner three from McHale. And he splashes it, nothing but net. McHale Bridges saving the Knicks three-point shooting tonight. His third three of the night. Mitchell gets it up top to Bam. Bam catches. Jab step. Gets it over to Powell. Powell driving it down. Back up top to Bam. They want to dare Bam to shoot. He misses that one. Back out to Ware. Ware on the right wing. He can knock down threes. Comes up short on that one. Long rebound finds its way over to Towns, and Brunson will bring it down. Brunson up top, coming to his right. Wiggins will pick him up. Brunson crosses over off the Hug-Porty screen, driving it down, weaves it in, draws the foul, leaning in, and he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. A foul on Wiggins. I don't love that foul call for the defender, but obviously as a Knicks fan, I will take it. I will take it. Chris said, Mitchell, please score 4 more. He needs 4 more, or you need 4 total? Karen, reminding people to the thumbs up. Appreciate you, Karen, of course. Thank you for liking the stream tonight, guys. If you're enjoying the show and you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please go ahead. Hit the thumbs up button and like the stream, y'all. I'd very much appreciate it. Brunson at the foul line. Knocks down the first free throw. Thank you for hitting your free throws, JB. David Osh Jr. said, really missing Deuce's energy. Yep. I mean, both offensively and defensively, the energy that he brings, right? Super. He is the 6th man. Even with Josh Hart coming off the bench, I'd say Deuce McBride is this, when he's not starting, Deuce McBride is the 6th man of the team. What he provides, what he's capable of providing, I'd give him the nod as the 6th man over Josh Hart, who, they could be co-6 men. Chris said, need 4 more 6 total. I think he'll be able to get to at least 6, Chris. I think you're pretty safe there. Brunson does knock down both free throws. Bam has it in the high post, being guarded by Hug-Porty. Good ball denial from the Knicks. Jab step, foul line, pull-up jumper. Way off, can't get it to go. Excellent defense from Hug-Porty there. Anunoby clears with the rebound. Brunson bringing it down. Coming to his left off the Hug-Porty screen. Behind the back. Getting a little fancy with the handles. Now one-on-one against Mitchell. Backing him down. Stop. Turn. Fall away. Mid-range jumper. Well contested. Didn't matter. Jalen Brunson one-on-one. No pass possession. You guys know how I feel about no pass possessions. But Jalen Brunson's just so damn good. Said, come here, kid. Let me cook you real quick. Well contested. Excellent defense from Mitchell. But it didn't matter as Brunson knocked it down. And on the other end, Brunson fouls Davion Mitchell. There you go, Chris. Davion Mitchell getting to the foul line here. A little payback there going right at Brunson's chest. He's going to send him to the foul line for 2 free throws. And just like that, we're back tied up to 61 on the back of Jalen Brunson. But now Jalen Brunson's mistake, fouling Davion Mitchell, is going to send him to the foul line for 2 free throws. Chris said, that's my biggest fear in games going into overtime. And the reason why I say this is because of one team that did go into overtime and won. Not sure what you're referencing, Chris. Knicks didn't play an overtime game. You played an overtime game? No, they blew Memphis out. Who played the overtime game, Chris? Davion Mitchell knocked down both of his free throws. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Wiggins. Coming to his right up the Hug-Porty screen. Hesitation, step back, right wing 3. He lost the handle, picked it back up, and Jalen Brunson has it going right now. Stepping back, knocking down the 3. He's come out on a mission here in the third quarter. He's now up to 24 points. He's cooking. Get over to Wiggins. Wiggins looking to answer with the 3 of his own. Can't get it to go. Long rebound out to Ware. Ware under the basket. Gets caught in the air. Gets it out to Powell. Anunoby almost came over the steal. Powell driving it down against Bridges. Gets blocked by Hug-Porty, but they call the foul on Hug-Porty. Going to send Norman Powell to the foul line for 2 free throws. Isaiah Garner said he must be talking about the Rock double overtime. Or the Thunder, right? The Thunder went to back-to-back double overtime games. So some serendipity. Knicks couldn't get to the loose ball there. Powell's going to the foul line for 2 free throws. Knocks down the first one. He's got 1 more coming. 9 minutes to go here in the third. Excuse me. Chris said, the game that I was referring to is when we lost to the Indiana Pacers. I see. Powell Knocks down the second free throw, going 2 for 2 from the line, giving Miami a 1-point lead. Both of these teams going back and forth all night long so far. Brunson hands it off to Anunoby. Anunoby gets it over to Hukporti. Hukporti out of the high post. Takes the handoff. Hits Brunson, cut back door. Good cut off from Kel'el Ware. Brunson forced to pull it back out. Now 1-on-1 against Wiggins. Stops, fall away in the paint. JB has it going right now. JB's in that mode. Brunson is in that mode right now. He's up to 26 points. Powell crosses over down the lane, scoop layup. Gets fouled on the little rip through going to the rim. He's going back to the foul line. Who's that foul on? Looks like it's on Towns. Towns with 3 fouls. Brunson with 3 fouls. Bridges with 2. Hukporti with 2. Anunoby with 2. We are hacking and whacking away right now. Kevin C. What's up, Kevin C? The score is covered by my hat. That's why I try to keep moving. My apologies. I try to keep it moving. Try to go back and forth. Yeah, I can see what's going on. Powell does knock down the first free throw. And Powell goes 2 for 2 from the foul line yet again. Back up by 1 for Miami. Brunson bringing it down. Hands it off to Anunoby. Anunoby up top, back to Brunson. Brunson clearly feeling it right now. Coming to his left off the Hukporti screen. Brunson dancing with it against Wiggins. Now coming to his right on the re-screen. Dancing with it. Leans in. Steps through. In the air. Off glass. Can't get it to go. Well contested by Wiggins. Good box out from Ware. Home run pass up ahead to Wiggins. Goes up. Gets the layup to go over Bridges and Towns. Not good defense from the Knicks there. 3-point lead for Miami. Brunson over to Bridges. Bridges driving to his right. Hands it off to Towns. Up top to Brunson. Brunson coming to his left off the Hukporti screen. Over to Anunoby, a left corner 3, quick catch and fire. Splashes it, nothing but net for OG Anunoby, finally. There we go. Again, another 3 to go for OG, his 3rd of the game. First 2 came in the first quarter, so finally we get another one. Davion Mitchell crosses over, down the lane, kicks it out, bam, a left corner 3. Well short, can't get it to go. Bridges with the rebound, we're off and running. Bridges up top, Miami doing a good job getting back on defense. Brunson inside pass to Hukporti, catches, goes up, blows the finish. Hukporti, come on, man. Wide open under the basket, an excellent pass. And then Anunoby fouls Bam Adebayo as he's bringing it down the court. Come on, Big Huck. I don't need blown layups from you, brother. I don't need him. The dog catcher. What's up, dog catcher? Hukporti worrying too much about who's going to contest him under the rim. Go up and get that finish, Huck. Go up and get that finish. Davion Mitchell up top. 7:30 to go. Mitchell gets it over to Powell. Powell being guarded by Anunoby. Anunoby down in that stance. When Anunoby gets like this, it's over with for you. Swings it over to Mitchell. Mitchell down the lane. Scoop layup. Can't get it to go. No foul call. A little bit of contact. Good defense from the Knicks. Brunson bringing it down. Kel'el Ware picks him up. Brunson just said pull up 3. Ooh, that's barbecue chicken. He said, I saw the big man on me. I said, barbecue chicken, throw the 3s up. Powell has it up top being guarded by Anunoby. Sprays it over to Mitchell. Mitchell, cross court, over to Ware. Ware, left wing 3, over Towns. Doesn't get the hand up just enough. And Ware able to easily shoot right over him. And we're right back to being tied. Anything you can do, I can do better offense. Bridges driving it down on the handoff from Brunson. Pump fake, leans in. Kicks it back out to Anunoby. Catches it on the run, putting his head down. Euro steps down the lane over to Hukporti. Low floater. Can't get the floater to go over Ware. And now here comes Powell. Powell over to Mitchell. Mitchell back to Powell. Powell catches, pump fakes. Good pump fake and drive for Norman Powell, but excellent defense from Hukporti to contest without fouling. Brunson bringing it down, out to Anunoby, a left wing 3 in transition. OG Anunoby in and out, can't get it to stay though. Ware with the rebound. Anunoby rips it right out of the hands of Davion Mitchell, kicks it out to Brunson. A deep straightaway 3 on the relocation. Can't get it to go down. Ware with the rebound. Here comes Davion Mitchell. The Knicks got to knock down the open ones, man. Extra pass over to Wiggins. Wiggins a left wing 3, and he gets it to go. No, they're going to wave it off because there was a timeout called by Spoelstra in Miami. Wiggins fired a left corner 3. Like, yeah, I'm going to get this to go. But Eric Spoelstra called the timeout. So no 3-point shot for Andrew Wiggins. So far, the best defense we've played against Miami tonight was Eric Spoelstra calling that timeout. Oh, man. Oh, got to stop the timer. Halfway through this third quarter, and we are tied at 72. It's been a fast-paced game. We're just not knocking down the open ones. How many more open 3s can we generate and not knock them down? Quintez Hayes said, this boy's been communicating his butt off. You talking about me? Or you talking about Hukporti? You talking about Bridges? He said, shout out to communication. If that's for me, brother, I'm trying. If that's for the Knicks, refresh. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark. Let's refresh it. Let's refresh. Try to get as caught up as possible. Jackie Owen said, crushing it. I'm trying. I'm trying. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. I appreciate the compliments. Makes me happy. Warms my soul. Kay Hazy said, thanks, Spo. Great defense. Great defense from Spoelstra on the Heat there. Judge Dad said, for real, Spo blew that opportunity. I mean, they were pushing in transition. As a coach, you can't call a timeout when your team is pushing into transition and you got numbers. Mimi. Appreciate you, Mimi. Great job. Appreciate you. Quinn said, yeah, this is literally the best play-by-play stream you can lock in on. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I'm trying. I am just trying. I'm simply just a man who's trying. Yak said, if we can play better and score tied, we should be all right. Shots will fall. I'm hoping shots will fall. Sometimes you just have an off night, and you got to be able to adjust. The Knicks are still firing away from three, and they're still really good looks. You know, Anunoby had an open look, couldn't knock it down. Knicks grabbed the offensive rebound. Brunson gets the open look. He can't knock it down. So they're getting good looks. They're just not knocking them down. At some point, you gotta adjust, right? Towns fouls Powell. He's going to the rim. Bridges gets hurt off the screen. That's not a good sign. Bridges down on the floor. Josh Hart has subbed in for Hug Porty after this timeout, by the way. Looks like Bridges caught like an elbow or a knee to his sternum, something like that. He seems fine. He's not looking to come out. Just we got the breath knocked out of him, a little bit aching going on. Bridges still down on his knees. We're going to get 2 free throws from Powell here with 6 minutes to go in this third quarter. We're tied at 72. Karen said, we appreciate you, Chevy. Now, I appreciate y'all. Y'all don't have to be here. I could literally be talking to, like, just myself. So I appreciate y'all for coming out and watching the game with me. Just that says, Spo needs a barber and let his team shoot when they have numbers. Mike Brown in town's talking about something. Chris said, I'd rather that we get the layups instead of the threes. I mean, you got to be able to have both. They are getting layups. They are getting threes. You just got to be able to knock them down. If you can't hit open shots, as the Knicks turn it over, not a good turnover there, and they're pushing the other way. They throw a lob over to Jaquez, who blows the dunk, but the rebound goes right to Wiggins. Inside back to Jaquez. Jaquez gets the easy layup to go over Brunson. You got to come over to help Yabusele there. You got to come over to help. BX Applejacks. What's up, BX? What's up, Applejacks? My guy, Applejacks. Appreciate you. Thank you for the subscription, man. I hope you're having a good time tonight. Josh Hart inside to Yabusele in the high post. Hands it off to Hart. Hart driving it down. Inside to Brunson going along the baseline. Kicks it out to an open Yabusele. Left wing 3. Line me up. Off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Fight for the loose ball rebound. Ball is knocked loose. Josh Hart chasing it. And then out of bounds off of Davion Mitchell. Josh Hart, his hustle, generating another possession for the Knicks. Just as that said, 5:59 game streak for McHale is wild. It's insane. Especially for modern basketball with how fast these guys go. Like, to just never have like a minor injury that keeps you out for a game or two. To consistently play is crazy. They get it in the Hart in the right corner. Being guarded by Jaquez. Hart coming to his left off a Yabusele screen. Leaves it off from Bridges. Bridges coming to his left. Little fall away jumper. Gets it to go. There you go. Again, can we not force feed McHale the ball, but run more actions to get Mikal Bridges with the ball in his hands, going towards the rim? Shamet is in. He's guarding Jaquez. Jaquez with the size and strength advantage. Post moves in the paint. Excellent defense from Shamet and knocks the rebound loose. Josh Hart saves it, because of course it's Josh Hart. Brunson driving it down in the paint. Kicks it out. Bridges, right corner. He's been knocking it down from the corner all night. Comes up short on that one. But he gets fouled by Powell. 3 free throws from Mikal Bridges. Okay, we'll take it. Jackie Lynn with the subscription. I appreciate you, Jackie Lynn. Thank you. Very generous to you guys. Thank you, guys. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Thank you, Jackie Lynn. Foong Pei said, thanks for hosting Knicks Heat. Your comments are great. Keep up the good work. Appreciate you, Foong. Appreciate you, man. Mark in his landing zone. In his landing zone, they're going to go look at it. Whenever there's a landing zone foul, you got to look at it for a potential flagrant. I don't think it's going to be a flagrant because Bridges jumped forward and landed kind of in the zone of Powell. Let me see the replay one more time. Yeah, Powell's a little out of control, right? He kind of tries to stop short. So he's coming out to contest. Bridges is rising up to shoot. Powell realizes he's going to be late. So he kind of tries to stop and does one of these. So he's not even really contesting. He's trying to turn around. So he sticks the leg out. Not intentionally. Sticks the leg out. Bridges lands on his foot. So he looks a little bit out of control. So it should be a foul on Powell. But I don't think it's going to be a flagrant. I don't think it's a reckless closeout from Powell. Dagger 8. What's up, Heat? Good commentary. Appreciate you. Just that's an almost jinxed McHale. Almost. Those landing fouls, they get tricky. Bobby S. Did Towns foul out? Towns did not foul out, but he has 4 fouls, so he's out for the rest of the quarter. We will see him back in the fifth. We will see him back in the fourth quarter. Kevin C. said you should step to the right. I'm moving, brother. I'm moving around. I'm waiting for a call from the refs. No flagrant, and Mike Breen is surprised by it. Or it is a flagrant. It is a flagrant. Mikal Bridges standing at the foul line by himself, so he'll get 3 free throws, and the Knicks will get possession back of the ball. I just wish they would be more, they would just say it. This is what the refs have called. I'm sitting here silent. Sorry about that. I'm sitting here silent, waiting for the commentators to tell us what's going on as Bridges misses a free throw. Come on, y'all. We got to knock down our free throws tonight. Chris said there's nothing worse than having a broken foot while playing on the court. I can imagine. You kind of need your feet to play. Isaiah Gardner said we got to get some stops. It's crazy how tough and competitive the Heat are. Yeah. I mean, they've also come out this season, ready to go. Did Bridges miss all of those free throws? Bridges missed both free throws. Oh, no, he didn't. He knocked down the next 2. Excuse me. There we go. We're tied at 76. Brunson, step back, right wing 3, line me up, comes up short, long rebound. Powell knocks it over to Ware. Here comes Davion Mitchell, pushing it the other way. 4:30 to go here in the third quarter, approaching 4:30. Mitchell driving it down, swings it out to Jaquez. Jaquez, a left corner 3. I'd prefer Jaquez shooting 3s rather than attacking the rim. He misses it halfway down, but he couldn't get it to stay. Josh Hart up top to Yabu. Yabu directing a little bit of traffic here, hands it off to Brunson. Brunson coming to his right, kicks it over to Josh Hart in the corner. Josh Hart driving it down, gets stripped by Davion Mitchell. Come on, Josh Hart. A couple of turnovers so far here in this third. They shovel it out to Wiggins. Wiggins in the right corner. Back up top to Powell, being guarded by Yabusele. Powell, 1 dribble, pull-up 3. Can't get it to go, but he draws the foul on Yabusele. 3 free throws for Norman Powell. Amy said, hit a shot, Knicks. I know, Amy. Wide open look after wide open look. We can't knock him down. What's going on, Knicks? What's going on? Just that said, Giannis has a no-trade clause, I believe. I don't think he does. I don't think Giannis has a no-trade clause. Edwin Cruz, what's up, Edwin? Does the NBA Cup start at the fritas? It starts Friday. Quinn says Mitchell needs to keep the ball and cook. Tyler Kolek is subbing in here. Brunson to the bench. Brunson was cooking to start the quarter. Not getting a ton of help from his teammates here tonight. Need somebody else to step up. Bridges has stepped up. But Knicks are really struggling as a team from the field, especially from three-point range. Norman Powell knocks down all 3 of his free throws. 4 minutes to go here in the third. Kolek is in with Hart, Shamit, Yabusele, and Bridges. Kolek has it up top. Sprays it over to Bridges. Bridges up top, being guarded by Jaquez. Coming to his right off the Yabu screen. Driving it down, mid-range, pump fake. Steps through, over to Kolek. Comes to the rim, throws up the floater. Airballs it, but right to Yabu. It's actually a pass. It wasn't an airball floater from Kolek. It was a pass to Yabusele, and Yabusele got the layup to go. That's what I'm going to say. Give my man Kolek the assist. Powell driving it down. Baseline pull-up mid-range jumper. Can't get it to go. Excellent help defense from Josh Hart there to force the miss. Here comes Kolek pushing it the other way after Yabusele. Rebound Yabusele. I want to give a shout-out again to much better rebounders than he was in the preseason. Clearly paying attention to it. Yabusele has it up top. Hands it off to Bridges. Bridges dancing around the Yabusele handoff. Coming to his left now. Step back, foul line, fall away. Jumper can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Josh Hart knocked it loose, but Davion Mitchell picked it up. He's pushing the other way. Cross-court pass. A pull-up 3 by Powell. Well short, long rebound. Davion Mitchell picks it up. Out to Jovic. Jovic being guarded by Kolek. Going to back him down. He's got the size advantage. Back out to Powell. Powell driving it down. And he gets stripped. He's looking for the foul call. He doesn't get it. Mitchell has it up top. Shot clock winding down. 1-on-1 against Josh Hart. Stop, turn, spin, fall away, jumper in the paint. Got it to go. Davion Mitchell. I know my man Chris Baskerville in the chat needs Davion Mitchell points. I don't know what that puts him at. Mitchell is now sitting. That's 6. He got the 6 points. There you go, Chris. Now we can stop room for Davion Mitchell to score. We're done with Davion Mitchell scores. Josh Hart hits Shamit cutting back door, shoves it over to Bridges. Bridges pump fakes, driving along the baseline, gets caught in the air, kicks it out to Josh Hart, back to Bridges. A right wing 3 off the continuous movement, comes up short, no wonder. And then Powell ends up fouling Shamit, going for the rebound. And the ball will stay here with the Knicks. And the Knicks hustle continues to generate extra opportunities for the Knicks. We are going to get a timeout. Are we going to get a timeout? Can you tell us who called the timeout? They're not going to tell us who called the timeout. But we are going to get a timeout. I think it's timeout from the Knicks, timeout from the Heat, timeout from somebody. We're going to get a timeout here. Brittany Kelly, what's up, Brittany? Enki Gaming, what's up, Enki? Can we get some pro Heat takes in the fourth quarter? I feel like I've been pretty positive on the Heat. I'm playing hard, playing tough. Obviously, I'm a Knicks fan, so I'm going to be biased, and I apologize for that for all the Heat fans in the chat. But I have not been discouraging about the Heat. Heat are very good. Clearly, you clearly see. They got the lead. They're beating up on the Knicks right now. Very good game. Quan said, I need Mitchell 1 more assist. Mitchell has 3 assists tonight, so you need Mitchell 4 assists. Mark said, official review. Possible flagrant? Another possible flagrant? Why are we reviewing? Morel Taylor said, don't apologize. I'm just trying to put on an entertaining show. That's all I'm trying to do. Amy said, not biased enough. More Knicks bias. Appreciate y'all, man. I do. Jay Hammer. What's up, Jay Hammer? Just that said, JB is not on the bench. Well, that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. Jose NYC, what's up, Jose? Edwin Cruz said, I know it's early, but what do you think of the Knicks team this year? I think there's a lot of growing this Knicks team is going to have to do. I think the fact that they've started off as well as they have, winning their first 2 games in the way that they've won them against Boston and Cleveland, has been impressive and has been encouraging. But they still have a long path to go to be serious contenders. They're already contenders, the championship contending team, but there's a level they're going to have to hit that they're going to have to find this year to compete with the OKCs and the Denvers and maybe the Rockets, maybe, some other teams that we might not see coming. So they were checking to see if it was a flagrant, see if Norman Powell intentionally ran into Shamit. They called the common foul on Powell. Mike Breed and Clyde Frazier are saying they thought it should have been a flagrant, but either way, Knicks ball. They get it in the Anunoby, tried to get it in the Anunoby. Hawkins jumped the passing lane and knocked it out of bounds. We got to get better with our passes. I mean, Miami's doing an excellent job of jumping the passing lane, not making anything easy, not even passing. David Osh Jr. said JB changing in the Super JB sneakers. Yeah, he sees the way the game is going. He knows he's going to have to go get that cape in the second half, in the fourth quarter. Anunoby kicks it out to Yabusele, straightaway three. Comes up short. Loose ball. Fontecchio diving for it. He can't save it. Josh Hart yet again involved in saving another possession for the Knicks. We continue to generate wide open looks for our very good shooters. Yabusele's a good shooter. Bridges is a good shooter. Anunoby's a great shooter. Brunson's a great shooter. Towns is a phenomenal shooter. And we can't consistently knock down the open shots. So all I'm asking for is the open ones. Kolek coming to his right. Over to Shamit. Shamit back to Kolek. Kolek over to Hart. Hart has it on the left wing. He's going to attack along the baseline. Baseline pull-up mid-range jumper. Can't get it to go with the shot clock winding down. Loose ball rebound from Adebayo. Quick outlet to Jaquez. Shovels it over to Fontecchio. Fontecchio driving it down. Draws the foul on Kolek. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. He didn't make the layup, so he will get 2 free throws out of it. Jackie Lynn said, got to go back door and the passing lane is compromised. Well, the passing lane is open. They're not denying necessarily. They're jumping the passing lane as soon as the pass is made. But you're right. Right? If they're going to overplay the passing lane, you got to be able to go back door. You got to be able to do both. Fontecchio misses the first one. You love missed free throws from your opponent, especially when you're down and you're going to have to make a little bit of a comeback here. Brunson's back on the bench, y'all. So he either needed a bathroom break or he was getting the super JB sneakers on. He went to go grab the cape real quick, and we'll see fourth quarter heroics from Jalen Brunson. But we got a long way to go. The Knicks currently down by 3 here in the third quarter. 4 now. It's Fontecchio knocked down the second free throw. So a 4-point lead here tonight in this kind of game is like a 10-point lead any other night. Shamit gets it over to Anunoby. Anunoby up top being guarded by Jaquez. Crossing over to his right. A straightaway off the dribble pull-up three. Oh my, Anunoby. I don't love a lot of these shots, but if you're going to knock them down then. Back to a 1-point game. Jaquez in and out dribble, loses the handle, picks it back up, and he gets fouled by OG Anunoby, and Anunoby has a hilarious reaction to it. He's upset either at himself or at the call, either way. Might be at himself. He had Jaquez kind of tied up in a spot with a baseline as the extra defender as he lost the handle on it, and Anunoby got way too aggressive and fouled him. He knows he fouled him. He's upset at himself. Miami's in the bonus for the final 90 seconds here, minute and a half here in the third quarter. So Jaquez is at the foul line for 2 free throws. Can we get some more missed free throws from the Heat? Is it possible? Can we get there? Jaime Jaquez misses a free throw. We love missed free throws from the opponent. I love it. Sometimes you got to put the bad juju on the opponents. Sometimes you got to throw the bad juju on them. Jaquez has one more coming. He does knock down the second one. I'll take 1 missed free throw. I'll take 1. Can't get too greedy. Anunoby bringing it down. Hands it off to Kolek. Kolek over to Anunoby. Anunoby up top, coming to his right, rejecting the Yabu screen. Adebayo switched on to him. Anunoby dancing with it down the lane, kicks it out the heart, extra pass to Kolek. Kolek up top. Cross-court pass, Shamit, right corner 3, he's open. Too long for Landry Shamit. Adebayo with the weak side rebound. Hit ahead to Jaquez. Jaquez pushing it. Picked up by Kolek. He likes the advantage. He's waving off his teammates. He's going to go one-on-one against Kolek. Makes a shown help. Up top to Smith. Smith back to Jaquez. Jaquez easily split the double team. Bad double team from Yabu there, and they spray it out to an open Jovic, and he knocks down a wide open 3 on the nice ball movement from Miami there. Terrible defense from the Knicks, though. Terrible defense. Kolek bringing it down, hands it off to Hart. Hart pushing it the other way. Has it on the right wing. Directing some traffic up top to Kolek. They spray it over to Anunoby. Anunoby up top. Crossing over to his right, down the lane, gets knocked out of his hands, but shovels it over to Josh Hart. Back to Kolek. Kolek spinning. They show 2. Over to Hart. Knocked out of bounds. It was knocked out of bounds by the Heat. Did Josh Hart touch it? Ball's going back to the Heat here. He's going back to the Heat. Why did Josh Hart touch it? It was tipped by the Heat. Josh Hart, brother, what are you doing? Jaquez on the right wing, spins to his left, stops, turns, pump fake spins, fall away jumper over Hart, hit the front of the rim, and got a nice friendly roll as he got it to drop down. 88-81, 30 seconds to go. My bad. 20 seconds to go here. Kolek has it up top, a 12-5 run for the Heat to end the third quarter here. They're now up by 7. Ties the largest lead of the game by any team. Kolek up top, coming to his left. Now over to Anunoby. Anunoby putting his head down, attacking. Over to Shamit. Wide open right corner 3. Can't get it to go down. Yabusele, the offensive rebound, smokes the layup. Did the Knicks team go out last night? Did they go out on the town as the Heat missed the three-quarters court heave, just barely at the front of the rim? It's a close one, close heave. Did the Knicks go out on town last night? They're smoking layups under the rim. Huck Porty, now Yabu, Josh Hart missed one earlier, Anunoby missed one earlier. They can't knock down open jump shots. Shamit, 3 wide open threes in the corners. Can't knock any of them down. Anunoby's had some open shots he's missed. Yabu's had wide open look after wide open look he can't knock down. What is going on? Knock down some shots, guys. Quintez Hayes says, went from down 2 to 7 quick. I mean, when the other team, when the team actually, my analysis at halftime was the team that's going to win the game tonight is the team that will finally start to knock down some of the open looks that they've been missing. Both teams so far tonight, especially in that first half, have been missing wide open look after wide open look. Both offenses are generating open looks. You know, even though both teams I feel like have been playing pretty damn good defense all night long, the offenses have been humming and they've been moving the ball around well enough to generate the open looks. But at the end of the third quarter there, Miami started to knock down some shots. Jovic hit one. Jaquez hit a mid-range jumper. Mitchell knocked down a little mid-range jumper earlier in the third quarter there. And the Knicks continue to misfire on decent, makeable looks. So here you are. Down 7 going into the fourth quarter. You don't want to be in a position where you got to fight back against this version of the Miami Heat team. I will make mention, this is last year's team, so it's not this year's team. It's a completely different team. Completely different mindset this year for this Miami Heat team. But last year, Miami was the worst fourth quarter team in the NBA. They gave up the most double-digit comebacks in the fourth quarter of any team, I believe, in the last decade. So they were good for the first 3 quarters, and then they would give games away in fourth. It's early in the season. Let's see if Miami has gotten over the hump of that, and they're a much better fourth quarter team this year, or let's see if they're going to crumble again in the fourth quarter this season. I'm not looking forward to finding out. Knicks find themselves in a bit of a hole here. A 7-point deficit in a game like this tonight is a 14-point deficit in most games. So the Knicks have a bit of a climb in order to get back into this one. Jalen Brunson is going to have to throw on the Superman cape and see if he could drag his team back into the game. Lana Mona said, I don't like how this game is going on the road, playing from behind. Absolutely. Absolutely. Quintez Hayes says, free throws are like field goals. They count the most. I mean, any points on the board at this point count the most. Kejwan Davis said, put Cat in the game. I believe he's going to come out to start the fourth quarter. He is going to come out to start the fourth quarter. We're going to have Anunoby, Towns, Bridges, Clarkson, and Shamit to start the fourth quarter here. The Heat are going to have Adebayo, Fontecchio, Jaquez, Jovic, and Smith. Big Rod said, close game. We like those, as long as we come out on top. Lewis said, cardiac Knicks. Yes, sir. What kind of Knicks team would it be if we didn't have a cardiac game? Here we go. Drew Smith has it up top, being chased by Shamit. Driving it down in the lane, off 1 foot. Gets blocked by Towns. Towns can't secure the rebound, though. And it will be out of bounds for Miami. 9 on their shot clock. Got more than enough time to run some offense there. Yak said a whole quarter left. Throw 12 minutes up on the board, and let's see who comes out on top. A 12-minute game. The Heat get it into Fontecchio. Fontecchio in the right corner, up top to Bam. Bam catches, pump fakes, drives, 1 dribble in, mid-range jumper. Too strong, can't get it to go. Bridges with the rebound. And now here come the Knicks pushing it the other way. Bridges has it up top on the right wing. Dancing with it, crosses over on Jaquez, step back, pump fakes, up top to Anunoby, swings it over to Shamit. A wide pass from Anunoby. Shamit didn't even save it. Shamit driving it down. Stop, turn, over to Bridges. Extra pass to Anunoby in the corner. Anunoby, jab step, 3 in the right corner. Can't get it to go. Now here comes Jaquez. Jaquez bringing it down. Has it up top. Crossing over to his left against Clarkson. Almost falls. Kicks out to Fontecchio. Straightaway 3. Fontecchio rattles it in. Anunoby misses one on one end. Fontecchio hits it on the other end. And a 10-point hole. The Knicks find themselves in here. Clarkson has it up top. Calling out a set. Hands it off to Bridges. Bridges dancing with it. Hands it off to Clarkson. Coming to his right off the handoff. Stops. Pulls it back. All the way out to the three-point line. Calling for a screen from Towns. Clarkson coming to his right. Swings it over to Bridges. Attacking to his right. Back to Clarkson. Clarkson, pass fake, down the lane. Getting some contact. Can't get the scoop layup to go. Looking for a foul call. He doesn't get it. Jovic with the rebound. He's bringing it down the other way. Clarkson hit the floor, so it's a 5-on-4. Adebayo driving it down. Cross-court pass. Drew Smith, the left corner three. Can't get it to go. Knicks catch a bit of a break there. Towns with the rebound. Gets it over to Bridges. Bridges on the right wing. Over to Towns. Towns walks into a deep straightaway three. He's been misfiring all night. Continues to misfire as he misses that one wide left. Here comes Jaquez bringing it down the other way on the right wing. Shamit's going to pick him up. Quick crossover to his right. Attacking Towns on the switch now. And he gets the easy layup to go over Karl-Anthony Towns. And a 12-point deficit for the Knicks has opened up here as Miami keeps their foot on the gas. And the Knicks not able to keep up right now. They find themselves down 12, start of the fourth quarter. Putting themselves in a hole here. Will said this is actually dreadful. This is why, I was cautiously optimistic about the Knicks finding, the three-point range. Anunoby misses a makeable three in the corner. Towns misses a three as the trailer from straight away. He's now 0 for 6 from three-point range. The kind of night that you don't have the touch from the perimeter. And the Knicks continue to find a way, hoping they're going to connect at some point. Clearly don't have the touch from the perimeter tonight. Bridges 3 for 5, Anunoby 4 for 11. Clarkson 0 for 3, Shamit 0 for 3, Towns 0 for 6. Those are the guys who are in the game right now. Divine P, what's up, Divine P? Can we stop shooting threes? Normally my response to that, Divine P, is you gotta be able to knock. If you generate an open three for a guy who normally can knock down threes, you gotta take that three. You can't turn the three down. You have to take the three. But the Knicks feel like they're settling a little bit. They feel like they're settling a little bit. Will said Mike Brown's rotations have been great. They have been great. I think this is the kind of night where you got to throw rotations out of the window and get Jalen Brunson in the game. You can't wait that much longer. Good timeout. Come out of the timeout with Jalen Brunson. He's going to have to put the Superman cape on if they're going to want to win it tonight. Nobody else has it going. Nobody else has it going. Clifford Hanvier. What's up, Clifford? Let's go, Miami. We got a Miami fan. They're hooping, Clifford. They're hooping. Putting yourself in position to win the game tonight, Cliff. Eamon Owens. What's up, Eamon? Demetrius Ferris. What's up, Demetrius? Knicks are looking brutal. The shooting has been brutal. Shooting has for sure been brutal. Jay Davis said we can't get to the line at least. It is a very physical game. They are allowing a lot of contact to go through, but Knicks tonight have been driving the pass for sure. Not necessarily driving to finish. Miami is playing big with Jaquez, Khalil Ware, Bam Adebayo tonight. Doing a great job of protecting the rim and defending the rim without fouling, not allowing them to get into the paint. Edward Gas, need a few weeks to gel. Appreciate you, Mr. Gas. Jaquez with 15 points tonight. He's killed the Knicks. Bridges bringing it down. Hand it off to Clarkson. Clarkson over to Bridges. Bridges over to Anunoby. Anunoby on the left wing. Coming to his right. Over to Clarkson. Clarkson, swing through to his right. Behind the back. In the mid-range. Fall-away jumper. Can't get it to go. Very makeable shot for Jordan Clarkson that he's made throughout his career. Can't get the easy ones to go down. Jovic in the post against Clarkson. Leans in. Falls down. But they call a foul on OG Anunoby. And even when the Knicks catch a break, they don't catch a break. Mark said, nah, this ain't it. Ain't it. Quintez said somebody call Bugs Bunny and see where he left the Space Jam juice. Surprised we didn't come out with Brunson. Surprised we didn't come out with Brunson. Yankee Gaming said, Spo's on his revenge tour. It was a bit of a funky season last year for the Heat. Fontecchio misses the three, curling off a screen straight away. Can't get it to go. Towns clears with the rebound. Bridges over to Towns. Towns up top. Coming to his right. Hands it off to Bridges. Bridges going along the baseline. Kicks it out to Clarkson. Clarkson an open left wing three. Well short. Jovic with the rebound. Brunson is at the scores table. Jovic driving it down. Inside pass to Drew Smith. They kick it out to wide open Bam Adebayo for a three. Luckily, he misses it. Knicks catching a bit of a break there. Anunoby bringing it down the other way, up top to Towns. Towns Hands it off to Bridges. Bridges curling off the handoff. Down the lane. Out to Clarkson. Clarkson in the lane. Puts up the floater. Well short. Fight for the rebound. Tips it up and in. And he gets fouled. Okay. Some serendipity for Jordan Clarkson. Rebound fell right to him, and he was able to get the tip and the foul. A 10-point deficit for the Knicks. Clarkson can cut it to a single. A single-digit deficit. Mark said, I hate Jaquez. I hate that I hate Jaquez. I really liked Jaquez coming out of UCLA, and I hate that he landed with the Heat. Clarkson at the foul line. Knocks down his and one free throw. Thank you. At least we're knocking down free throws a little bit. Jaquez bringing it down. Has it up top, being guarded by Shamet. Brunson is back in the game for Anunoby. They up top. Jovic, a straightaway three. He can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Bridges had it, lost it, knocked out of his hands by Drew Smith. Over to Jovic, shoves it over to Jaquez. An easy two-handed slam along the baseline. And the Heat beating the Knicks to these loose balls right now. Brunson over to Bridges. Bridges in the left corner. Swings through to his right. Down the lane. Little fall-away jumper in the paint. Got it to go. I wish he would have done that a little bit more often tonight. Bridges, him and Brunson, one of the only guys with the shooter's touch tonight. Drew Smith crossing over. Back to Drew Smith in the right corner, being guarded by Towns on a switch. Up top to Bam, he's got Brunson on him. You're going to have to show two defenders here. Bam has him, backing him down, backing him down, backing him down, leans in, knocked out of his hands. Great defense. Brunson got smacked in the eye. Quick outlet to Shamet. Shamet to pull a three in transition. Don't love that shot, and he can't get it to go down. We didn't need that one. We need an easy two, Shamet. You get it over to Jovic. Jovic driving it down against Shamet, throws it up the righty hook. Gets it to go down, and they're going to give him the continuation, and one for Jovic. He's going to the foul line for one more. Karen, remind people to the thumbs up button. Appreciate you, Karen. Appreciate you. If you're enjoying the stream so far, if you're enjoying the show, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. It is by far, more than anything else you can do, the best way to support the channel, support the community. That and subscribing. It is free. Takes less than a second, and I'd very much appreciate it. Big Mike, 11 for 47. I don't have to look to know that you're talking about three-point shooting, right, Big Mike? A horrific, not horrific, but a very bad shooting night from the Knicks tonight. Jovic knocks down his and one free throw. Under 8 to go. Brunson driving it down in the lane. Pulls it back out. Bam switches onto him. Over to Shamet. Back to Brunson. Brunson on the left wing. Jab step. Pump fake. Jab step. Three. Well short. Bam with the rebound. Knicks continue to misfire from three-point range. Got to get downhill. Fontecchio down the lane. Flips it up with the right hand over Bridges. He gets it to go. Bridges clearly very upset as it was a wild shot from Fontecchio. Just kind of flipped it up there. He got it to go down. And it is, I gave 2 points on the wrong side, a 14-point deficit for the Knicks with 7.5 to go here. Bridges leans in, step back, fall away, foul line jumper, a terrible shot, well contested. When I wanted Bridges to look for a shot a little bit more, it wasn't necessarily something like that. Drew Smith over to Jaquez. Jaquez has it up top. Waving off his teammates, going one-on-one against Shamet here. Jaquez feeling himself, attacking to his right, has it along the baseline, throws it away. Drew Smith is able to save it, though. Smith, a deep pull-up three over Brunson, well short. Clarkson with the rebound. We're pushing the other way. I would have brought Josh Hart in for Clarkson a long time ago. Clarkson dancing with it, spins to his right, putting his head down, attacking. We don't really need you to do all of that, but he does draw the foul. Okay, Clarkson, okay. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe we do need that. Clarkson going to the foul line for 2 free throws. Lewis said, how about a timeout? Yeah, maybe. Maybe said they're going to lose to a team with no star player? What is Bam Adebayo to you then? A role player? A good starter? My man has been a perennial all-star. What? Clarkson knocks down the first free throw. Yabusele coming in. Josh Hart stays at the scores table. Clearly going to come in for Josh Hart, but he's at the foul line. We're going to get a timeout. We are going to get a timeout from the Heat here. Clarkson, when we come back, is going to be at the foul line for his second free throw. Not looking great. AB said he's a fake all-star. You can't be a fake all-star. How many times has he been an all-star? 2, 3 times? You can't be a fake all-star 2 or 3 times in a row, my brother. AP has been very quiet to start the year, and the second the Knicks find themselves in a hole, my man, Negative Nancy AP comes out to play. Mr. Keys, what's up, Mr. Keys? A so-called championship losing to a bottom half. Guys, it is game 3 of the regular season. Did you expect the Knicks to go? Did you expect the Knicks to go 82-0? Just that's a Bam is the real deal. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He is very much an intangible superstar. Amy said, kinda, yeah, 82-0. Will said, third game not worth. You're not going to go 82-0. You're going to lose some games you probably shouldn't lose. You're going to lose in a fashion. You're going to lose a couple of games in a fashion that it's going to look bad. We talked about in preseason, it's going to be a rough start to the year. New offense, new defense. Tonight you're missing Deuce McBride. You're missing Mitchell Robinson. Again, the Mitch situation. Getting a little annoying. I would just like to see him out on the court. That's just me, though. So, you're forced to play some funky lineups. You should still be able to win. No Tyler Hero for the Heat. But, it was a close game all night. And we talked about, at halftime, the team that finally makes perimeter shots is going to be the team that pulls away and ends up winning. Miami started to make some shots. And they're the team that's pulled away so far. It's been a terrible shooting night from the Knicks. Clarkson 0 for 4, Shamet 0 for 4. Bridges and Brunson, the only guys to make some multiple shots tonight. 3 for 5 from Bridges, 3 for 8 for Brunson. Yabusele's 0 for 3. Towns is 0 for 6. Unfortunate. Joe said they got Miami Vice gin and juice and skipped the jam juice. Karen said, I like Jaime Jaquez as a Bruin, but not now. It's unfortunate he had to go to the Heat. I do like Jaime Jaquez. Chi said, I went out to a nice dinner and come back to see the Knicks getting beat by 2 bench players. What's going on? I mean, the Knicks are sitting with 87 points with 6:42 to go here in the fourth. The offense has been rough. Offense has been very rough. Clarkson's at the foul line for his one more free throw. Josh Hart is in the game. He's in the game for Shamet. The Knicks with Brunson, Hart, Clarkson, Bridges, and Yabusele. Clarkson misses a free throw. Can't be missing free throws at this point when you find yourself down 13. Hit ahead to Powell. Powell blows past Josh Hart to the rim. Reverse layup. Got it to go over Yabusele. Getting smacked up right now. Find themselves down by 15. Approaching the halfway point here in the fourth quarter. Time winding down. Brunson one-on-one. Driving it down. Kicks it out. Josh Hart. He doesn't want to take the three. Out to Yabusele. A decent look. Can't knock it down. Yabusele does chase down the offensive rebound. Inside pass to Yabu. Yabu falls out of bounds. Tries to save it in bounds, but keeps it to the Heat. Up top to Powell. Straightaway three as Yabu hit the floor. And 5 straight points for Yabusele and another timeout for Mike Brown. As the Knicks find themselves down 18 with 6 minutes to go. And the possibility of a fourth quarter comeback starting to slip away from the Knicks. 6 minutes, down 18. Miami with all the momentum, especially coming into the fourth, the way they've played so far. Not looking good. Mark said, I've seen enough. Just that said, Haka 0-2. Listen, when I want confirmation of when this Knicks flight got to Miami. Did they get to did they fly into Miami last night? Did the team go out? Were they out having a good time in Miami? What is going on? What is going on? They can't knock anything down. They're falling over, tripping over their own feet. Josh Ruru said, okay, 6-possession game. Just 6 threes in a row, we're good. We're good. Mark said they're hungover. Some of them are. Some of them maybe. I know Brunson hasn't been. I mean, Brunson's the only guy who showed up tonight. Bridges has been solid as well. But come on, man. Come on. Will said 35% from the field. Pretty rough. Pretty rough shooting. Pretty rough shooting for sure. We refresh the page. Try to make sure we're as live as possible. Here we go. We're back in. 6:09 to go here in the fourth quarter. Knicks down by 18. You're going to have to start knocking down some of these missed threes they've been missing. Brunson up top. The Knicks with Brunson, Clarkson, Anunoby, Towns, and Hart. Get it over to Towns. Towns in the high post on the right wing. Mid-range shot. Can't get it to go. Clarkson does chase down for the loose ball, though. Out to Brunson. Brunson up top to Towns. Towns a deep straightaway three. We don't need that. Yes, we do. Towns knocks it down. Okay, down 15. Get a stop. Get a score. Put some pressure on the Heat here. Davion Mitchell bringing it down against Brunson. You got a lot of time left. 5.5 to go. More than enough time to make this comeback, but you're going to have to get some stops and some scores here. Powell manipulating off the screen. Throws it to nobody. Does Brunson tip it? No. Just throws it out of bounds. Ball going back to the Knicks. And here comes Brunson pushing it the other way. Davion Mitchell's going to pick him up. Brunson's going to go right into that post. He sees Davion Mitchell. He sees barbecue chicken down the lane. Spins along the baseline. Kicks it out to nobodies. He turns it over right back to Powell. Powell turned it over. Brunson gave it right back to him. What a nice guy Brunson is. Extra pass over to Wiggins, right corner three. Comes up short. Knicks catch a bit of a break there. Clarkson with the long rebound. He's going to push down the middle of the court. Up top. Fakes the handoff. Blows past the defense down the lane. Gets the easy layup. He smokes a layup, Clarkson. What are we doing? Here comes Mitchell bringing it down. They went out last night. That's the issue. Davion Mitchell has it up top being guarded by Clarkson. Dancing with it. Crosses over to his right. Down the lane. Scoop layup with the right hand. Can't get it to go as it just falls off the side of the rim. Towns with quick outlet to Brunson. Brunson bringing it down. Attacking Jovic. Down the lane. Scoop layup with the right hand. Gets it to go right past him. No foul call on a lot of contact. Oh, no. Do they give him the contact? No contact. Timeout from the Heat. Good timeout from... Good timeout from Spoelstra there. The lead's now down to 13. Want to make sure the Knicks don't pick up any momentum here. Davion Mitchell the GOAT. He said we're going to lose? Your name is Davion Mitchell the GOAT, who's a Heat player. But you're a Knicks fan? I mean, I get it if you're just a fan of the player. FMC said another missed layup. Game over. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can't be missing layups in this spot. Joshua Roos said after Indiana last postseason, anything is possible. That's a once-in-a-lifetime situation, my brother. I don't know if we're going to see something like that here. Davion Mitchell, the Ghost, said same old Heat. We'll see, man. We'll see. We did talk about Miami being the worst fourth quarter team in the season, in the league last year. They gave up the most double-digit fourth quarter comebacks last season. Let's see if they're going to give up another one this year. If that trend is going to continue this year, or is this a different Heat team? Joe said it's a short season. It's a very long season. The Fleas with the Fleas. Roger G-Wall with the Roger. Sounding like AP Heat version. True. True, Roger, true. Davion Mitchell has it up top being guarded by Brunson. Over to Powell. Powell coming to his left off the screen. Throws up a floater. Can't get it to go. Fight for the loose ball. Anunoby had it. Lost it. Still fighting for the loose ball. Anunoby able to grab it. Gets it over to Towns. Towns bringing it down. Hit ahead to Bridges. Bridges. Knicks with the starting five. But Josh Hart in for Huck Porty. Last year's starting five. They kick it out to Brunson. Brunson, a right corner three. Got it to go down. It's a 10-point game. Brunson does have the cape on. He is doing everything Jalen Brunson can humanly possibly do. 8-0 run for the Knicks. Up top to Jovic. They spring it over to Powell. Powell draws the foul. Foul on the floor. Foul on Bridges. Powell was excellent at attacking a closeout and immediately rising for a shot, knowing the defender's sticking their hands out, drawing the foul. He's done that multiple times tonight. AB said, I think the Knicks will finish third or fourth this year. Oh, brother, this guy. Knicks will not finish lower than 2, my brother. Mitchell has it up top. Under 4 to go. Coming to his left, steps back as Brunson goes under the screen. Mitchell knocks down a back-breaking 3 there. Can't go that deep under the screen. Come on, Brunson, for all the good that you've done tonight. You can't do that. Anunoby hands it off to Hart, up top to Brunson. Brunson is with 35 points tonight. It's not going to be enough. A pull-up 3. Off the back rim. Long rebound. Back to Brunson. Another pull-up 3. He gets that one to go. Okay, maybe it will be enough. He gets the 3-point right back. Maybe it will be enough. Jalen Brunson, he's got that look on right now. 3:20 to go. It's a 10-point game. It's not insurmountable, but Mitchell blows by Brunson, kicks out to Jovic a three. Comes up short. Got to grab the rebound. Bridges able to grab it. Homer pass over to Josh Hart. He's got a little lane of the rim. And he gets a layup to go. It's an 8-point game. Another timeout. Here we go. Knicks fight. Oh, no, not a timeout. We're going to keep it running. 13-3 run over the last 3 minutes for the Knicks. Under 3 minutes to go here. Mitchell has it up top, being guarded by Brunson. Coming to his right off the Bam screen. Has it along the baseline. He's double teamed, but able to shovel it inside to Bam Adebayo, standing under the rim by himself. I mean, excellent pass from Davion Mitchell, but somebody got to come over and cut that pass off. Anunoby wide open on the right wing, comes up short. If Brunson's not taking the shot, just give the ball to Brunson and get out of the way at this point. Run the old Brunson or nothing offense. Nobody else has it but JB. Mitchell crossing over to his right, throws a lob. Wiggins blows a layup on the lob from Mitchell. Beautiful play. They just can't convert. Brunson bringing it down, gets caught in the air and throws it out of bounds. Great defense from Bam Adebayo. Terrible decision for Brunson. I get where his mindset is, but can't do that. Can't do that. 2:14 to go. 110, 100. 14 turnovers for the Knicks, 13 for the Heat. About even. And an offensive foul on Jovic. Brunson picks up the offensive foul. He's doing everything for the team right now. Like I said, if it's not Jalen Brunson, I don't want you doing it. Give the ball back to JB. Give the ball back to JB and get the hell out of the way. Brunson bringing it down. Coming to his left off a Town screen. Brunson over to Town, steps back, a three, lock me down. Okay, JB and Town stepping up here in the fourth quarter. Can we get it to go? It's a 7-point game with under 2 minutes to go. We have momentum, a 16-5 run. Powell hands it off. Tries to hand it off. It's a loose ball. The Heat dive on it. Adebayo has it, and they call the timeout. Okay. Okay. Cashman said, got to take our alums. Spoelstra beat us. I don't know. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. Joshua Rue said 3 possessions. 3 possessions. 8-point game. 7 possessions. I'm sorry. 7 possessions. 7-point game. 3 possessions. Mark said, looked like a travel. He slid with it. That's not a travel in the NBA. That's a travel at every other level of basketball, but not the NBA. You could damn near roll on the court all you want, and it won't be a travel. Rasul Thomas said, what channel is the game on? The game is on the MSG channel. I don't know what channel that is for you. I'm watching it through the Gotham Sports app. Anthony Boyd said Knicks need to hit 3 threes. Between Brunson and Town so far, not impossible. Not impossible. Rosa Brunson, did he win by 12? Your last name's Brunson, and you're not rooting for Brunson? Come on, man. Jackie Lynn said, need 1+ for Bridges combo. 7-point game, 1:47 to go here in the fourth quarter. Knicks have the momentum. They almost had the steal there. 29 points for Powell. He's gone to the foul line 12 times tonight. Brunson is sitting with 37 points. 103, 110. The Heat have the ball. 11 on their shot clock. 1:47 to go in the game. Jovic will inbound it. Both teams come out with the same lineups. Jovic gets it into Adebayo, being guarded by Towns. He has it up top. Attacking to his right. Knocked out of his hands. Brunson picks it up. Great defense from Towns. Brunson bringing it down. Over to Bridges in the right corner. Back to Brunson. Brunson driving to his right. Blows past the defense in the lane. Scoop layup. Got it to go. Where's my foul call too? They didn't get it. Should have been a foul. 5-point game. 1:30 to go. 90 seconds. Davion Mitchell has it up top. Being guarded by Brunson. Coming to his left off a Bam screen. Over to Wiggins. Wiggins. A back-breaking 3, and that might be a dagger. Back up to 8. That might be a dagger. Brunson bringing it down. Brunson on the right wing. Coming to his left off the screen. And an offensive foul on Towns. And that's going to do it. And that will do it right there. The offensive foul on Karl Anthony Towns. Yep. Yep. Yeah, that'll do it right there. That'll do it. Here comes Davion Mitchell bringing it down. A minute to go. Now we're just waiting on the final score. Davion Mitchell, all momentum has been lost. Step back, crossover to his right, lean in, pump fake, kicks it out to Powell. Quick crossover to his left, down the lane, scoop layup. Can't get it to go. Towns with the rebound. Quick outlet. Come on, push. Hit ahead to Josh. Josh bringing it down. I don't want Josh shooting. Get the ball out of your hands, Josh. And another offensive foul call on Josh Hart. I don't like that call. The defender just runs into Josh Hart purposely, looking for the call, and the ref gives it to him. I mean, the Knicks weren't going to win anyway, but that's a bad call. Enki Gaming said, sorry, little bros, drink some milk. Hey, we'll see you in the playoffs, Enki. If you guys make it. I mean, we'll be there. If you guys make it, we'll see you there. Mitchell has it up top, being guarded by Brunson. 30 seconds to go. Mitchell attacking. Brunson rips it out of his hands. Brunson leaning in, scoop play with the left hand. Can't get it to go. He's looking for a foul call as well. He doesn't get it. Quick outlet to Jovic. Jovic pushing. Towns the only defender. Lobs it up to Bam. And that is the icing on the cake for the Heat. Nice highlight play to end it. With a 10-point lead. Brunson's going to come down. Mark said, Heat are trash. Get lost. Heat are going to be spunky this year. They're for sure going to be spunky this year. I feel like Spoelstra has adjusted some of the tendencies he has had with the Heat. They're playing much faster. Trusting the younger guys. Someone hit a shot. It's 107-115. Just that said, Wiggins was a brick 99 out of 100 times. And that's going to end it 107-115. Knicks suffer their first defeat of the season to the hands of Norman Powell, Bam Adebayo, and Eric Spoelstra down here in Miami in a road game. Their first road game of the season ends up in a loss. Unfortunately, Knicks weren't able to pull it out. Run through the box scores real quick. Let's run through the box scores. Here we go. It's going to be a whole lot of Jalen Brunson and not a lot of anybody else, really. So the starters tonight, nobody really shot it well. As a matter of fact, let's start with the team percentages. As a team, as I just pull my pointer completely apart. As a team, the Knicks shot 15 for 54 from the field. No, 15 for 54 from three-point range. They did get hot a little bit there in the fourth quarter with Brunson and Towns knocking down a couple threes, pulled them closer, within 5. They shot 38 for 98 from the field. Pretty horrendous. Overall, their percentages are under 40% from the field, under 30% from three-point range as a team. They continue to misfire from the team. I've given you the reasons, some excuses as to why their three-point shooting has been so bad. The fact that it's a new offense, the fact that multiple guys are getting shots they haven't normally shot throughout their careers. A lot of shots coming off movement for guys who are not known to be movement shooters, like OG Anunoby, like Jalen Brunson, like Karl Anthony Towns, and whatnot. So it's going to be an adjustment. It's going to be an ugly month and a half, especially with the shooting. Mark said threes weren't falling. I don't even expect the threes to fall anytime soon. I think they're going to continue to struggle shooting. I think as the season goes on, they will obviously get significantly better, feeling more comfortable with the offense, knowing where their three-point shots are going to come. But you're going to have to find different ways to win while the three-point shooting is developing. 54 threes, by the way, is a lot of threes. Probably a little too much, right? Mike Brown has stated that he wants to be at around 40 plus, right? And obviously 54 is more than 40. So he's, I guess, within his range. But I feel like you want to be in the range of 40 to 50, right? Like 45 is already like, okay, that's a good amount of threes to take. 54 threes, half your shots, more than half your shots. I'm sorry, I can't do math. More than half your shots have come from three-point range, which is not good offense. That's not good offense. I don't care if they were making them tonight. I could say that, but then also, on the other side of my mouth, talk about how the shots that they had were good. They generated good looks from three, but they couldn't knock them down, right? That's kind of the sentiment coming away from the game tonight. They just knocked down the shots. The issue is when you got nights like this and you're not knocking down your shots, you You got to find ways to get to the foul line. You got to find ways to get to the basket in easy ones. The issue is that when they did find a way to get to the basket for easy ones, they smoked layups. Clarkson missed a couple. Hart missed a couple. Brunson missed a couple of layups. Porty missed a wide open layup under the rim. Yabusele missed a wide open layup under the rim. I'm gonna continue with my theory. They were out on the town last night. I mean, they flew into Miami. It's early in the season. The vibes are up. They started the year 2-0. They beat Cleveland. They beat Boston. They're coming to Miami. They're down in South Beach. This is a scheduled loss. Not really, but this is a scheduled loss in my mind, right? Also, I was cleaning my room. I did find this. This was something we talked about during the last preseason game. Show you guys real quick. We wrote it down to remember that after Christmas, after the Christmas Day game, we play Cleveland again on Christmas. This is the record I think would be perfectly fine. If the Knicks can find themselves at 18-10, right? That means they're going to lose 10 times. So the sky's not falling after tonight's loss. It's unfortunate. It's disappointing. Chichi said, I'm very disappointed. You cannot allow scrub bench players to beat you. I don't know what game you were watching, Chichi, but the Heat don't play scrub bench players. They play very good bench players. And you can definitely lose to them, especially on a night where you couldn't knock anything down from the perimeter, right? So it's very possible. It happens, unfortunately. Just that today, we're 13-37. If you know, you know. So there's really nothing to really go over outside of Jalen Brunson. Where's my pointer? Over here. Outside of Jalen Brunson, because Yabusele was 1 for 6, 0 for 4 from 3. Jordan Clarkson was 2 for 11, 0 for 4 from 3. Josh Hart was 2 for 5 from the field. We know he's not much of a scorer. We know his back hurts. We know his finger hurts and whatnot. My man AP with the generosity, I appreciate you, man. Said I knew they couldn't hold on to first place for more than a day, JK. Always appreciate it, even if you're on here to be negative. My man AP, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the generosity. Thank you. Ron, so OP. Ron, no McBride, no Mitch. Yeah, I mean, the Heat didn't have Tyler Hero, but no McBride, no Mitch. You're seeing the value of Deuce McBride in real time. Deuce McBride, very important to this team, very important to this offense, makes a lot of things work. Landry Shamet, 0 for 4. All of them coming from 3. All of them coming from 3. This is the value you're supposed to bring to the team, Landry Shamet. 0 for 4 from 3. Didn't provide the Knicks with anything tonight. I mean, decent defense from Landry Shamet, but you're here to really shoot the ball, and he could not do his job properly tonight. Same with Tyler Kolek, 2 for 6 from the field, 1 for 4 from 3. At least he hit 1. But the whole bench combined, 0 for 4, 0 for 8, 0 for 10, 0 for 14, 1 for 18 from three-point range off the bench is putrid shooting. This will lose you basketball games. The bench has to knock down shots. You know who would have knocked down shots? Deuce McBride. But this can't. If this happens, you lose basketball games, right? The bench can't shoot this poorly. This is horrific shooting from the bench. I don't even want to go over the field goal percentage. I don't want to do that, man. That looks terrible. Jalen Brunson took it upon himself to try and be Superman tonight. AP with the generosity. I appreciate you, man. Come on. AP said, what restaurant did McBride go to? He was out for personal reasons, which usually you don't use the personal. They would use illness if that were the case. You don't use the personal reasons distinction with injury if it weren't seriously for personal reasons. So I hope everything's all right with Deuce McBride, and I hope we see him back for the next game, who, again, we'll go through the schedule real quick, and then we'll go through the schedule real quick, and then we'll also pick out the game we're going to watch tomorrow. But like I said, Jalen Brunson tried to put the Superman cape on, shot the ball 26 times tonight. Like, he tried to be Captain Clutch. They were just in too deep of a hole. Couldn't do it all by himself. 5 for 11 from three-point range. 14 of 26 from the field. 37 points for JB on a night where nobody could really do anything else other than him. Mikal Bridges added 20, which was nice. 7 for 11 from the field, 3 for 5 from 3. I guess he did show up. He did do this thing. He did help out a lot. Kind of got cooked by Norman Powell a little bit. Hug Porty only played 10 minutes. He was forgettable. Karl Anthony Towns, 6 for 14. I don't know why they continue to play him. Just sit him, rest the quad. I want him to be 100%. He's moving pretty slow. He started the game off with a nice explosive move, but then as the game continued to go on, you could see him really laboring. We don't need to see him laboring. I don't need to see that. Sit him down. He's dealing with a grade 2 quad strain. That's not going to get better the more he plays. Sit him down. He did pick up 18 big old rebounds tonight. Did not notice that. Okay, Big Towns, rebounding the hell out of the ball, adding that value to the team despite not being able to shoot it well, not being able to move well. Will you please just sit him down for a little bit? Maybe they're waiting until Mitchell Robinson can play and give them a couple of games. So this kind of, big comes in, big goes out. But it's more important to be healthy as the season goes on than to force yourself to play through injury this early in the season, right? OG Anunoby didn't get anything going downhill. Really struggled to generate anything outside of the three-point shot. When was the last time you saw, number one, when was the last time you saw OG Anunoby take 12 threes in a game? But then also 13 total field goals, which means he took one shot inside the three-point line, which is unlike OG Anunoby. Not good offense from the Knicks overall to generate easy looks for him. Having him settle for a lot of threes. They must have went out on the town last night because they had no interest in doing more than just settling for the three, right? And they were decent threes. 4 for 12 isn't terrible. Not terrible. 33%? It's not terrible shooting percentage for a game. Fine. It's not good, but it's not terrible. It's not going to kill you. But 12 threes on 13 total attempts is not good. That's not good. I don't like that, right? You need to balance out the mid-range shot, attacking the rim. You need to be more of a three-level scorer. You can't just be a three-point shooter out there. You're more than that, OG Anunoby, and he's better than that. So I need him to be better in the next game. The Knicks getting a little bit healthier would help. But, you got to tip your cap to the opponent. Miami Heat came out to play, made it very difficult for the Knicks. Bam Adebayo tonight, 19, 13, and 3. Did have 6 big old turnovers. That's not good. But he was very additive, very good. Also very good defensively. Found himself at the foul line. So did Norman Powell, 12 of 12 from the foul line for him. Every one of the starters knocked down a 3, unlike the Knicks. Almost everyone on the bench hit a 3. Pelle Larsson missed, and Jaime Jaquez missed. Jaime Jaquez not known as a three-point shooter, so that's fine. Fontecchio hit 3. Koljovic hit 1. 1 for 6 isn't great, but at least he hit 1. Drew Smith hit 2. So, we talked about at halftime when it was tied, or it was a close game. It was like a 4-point game, I believe, at halftime, that the team that starts to knock down shots will be the team that wins. And guess what happened? The Heat started to knock down shots, and they won. Basketball can be simple sometimes, but at the same time, the Knicks did not do a good job of generating shots outside of three-point looks, right? Like, generating good open looks from 3 is important, but on a night where they're not going down, you also have to work to generate good open looks at the rim, and they did not do that. And, I got to give my hat off to the Miami Heat defense. They played good defense, but at the same time, you should be able to get some easier looks at the rim, And the Knicks had some easy looks at the rim and just missed them. So that's 24 fouls. They were hagging and whacking away. Slow feet makes me think that they were out on the town last night. I'm not gonna name. Runso OP said Yabusele Tobias Harris 2.0. No, brother. The thing with Tobias Harris was always that he was like, they gave him a max contract in Philly, and he was their starting power forward, and he was bad. Yabusele is making like $10 million a year, and he's coming off the bench and is playing as many minutes as he is because Mitchell Robinson is out. So there is no comparison there, Ron. Also, let my man get acclimated with the team. He just got here. He needs to lose weight. I don't like that he came into the season as overweight as he is, but I'm really not worried about it. As the season goes on, he'll get better. Roger G. also said, great stream, appreciate you, and I'll remember to brush my teeth. Absolutely, brother, absolutely. So we're going to figure out, before we figure out the games for tomorrow, and we'll look at the next schedule, see the next time they play. Real quick, before some people sign off here. The Knicks end up losing 107-115 here, down in South Beach, down in Miami. Knicks lose their first road game of the season. So before we sign off, I just want to give a quick shout out to the members of the channel: Johnny Miller, Jose NYC, Roger G. Wall, OG Rue, Susan, Miguelito Hernandez, Shot Collins, James Sumler, Ellie Mooskoff at Tigre. Knicks will be 2026 champs. CP's True Mets Talks, David Miskelly, Mark. We did have new members that I got to add to the list here. Eddie Gass and Darren Michelle. Appreciate y'all. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me. But real quick, before we fully go off air, do we want to go around the league real quick? We'll go around the league real quick, and then we will also, well, before they do that, the next time the Knicks play will be, next time we play will be against Milwaukee. It is an NBC game. We get an NBC game against Milwaukee. It'll be a tough game. Milwaukee has started off the year pretty decent, pretty good. They look good. Giannis looks dominant. So the Knicks are going to have their hands full OG Anunoby is going to have his hands full trying to guard Giannis Antetokounmpo. That'll be interesting. That'll be a fun matchup. 8 o'clock on Tuesday. So we got tomorrow off. I mean, not off, but no Knicks tomorrow. So that means we will have to go and look for a game to watch tomorrow. Before we do that, actually, let's just do it right away. And then we'll go over the Cavs, Pistons. That looks like a game to watch. Watch the two Eastern Conference guys go at it. Cavs, Pistons are 7. Got Magic, Sixers, Hawks, Bulls, Nets, Rockets. Don't want to watch the Nets. Celtics, Pelicans. I mean, we got Zion. Celtics are 0-3. That's awesome. Raptors, Spurs. Ooh. Y'all want to watch Wemby? Do y'all want to watch Wemby or do y'all want to watch... Hold on. Do you want me to do a poll real quick? We also have Thunder, Mavericks. Hold on, we got some interesting ones. And then we got the late games. You know, you guys know I don't want to stay up too late watching the late games. Although Nuggets, Timberwolves... You know, I'm going to put the late game on there. I'm going to do it. Let's go ahead. Make a poll. We'll make a poll. Tomorrow's game. What are we doing? Our options. We got some good ones. Cavs, Pistons. Cavs, Pistons. Our first option. Just as that, the M buffet. David Ross Jr. said, Wemby night. I mean, the way he's been playing, man. Got to get on the MVP bandwagon with them. So that's our first option. Our second option is going to be Raptors, Spurs, just for Wemby. Raptors also starting the year off. You know, they're 1-1, but they're playing well. A lot better than I thought they were going to be. Raptors versus the Spurs. Add another option. And then we have Thunder, Mavs. Maybe Cooper Flag can finally get it going. Although against the Thunder, I'm not too positive on that one. And then our last option is going to be Nuggets, Timberwolves. And we'll let the poll run for a little bit here while we go over box scores. We'll go around the league. So we'll start the poll there. Up to you guys. You guys choose. I don't mind any of these games, really. Really. Don't mind any of these games. I mean, Cavs, Pistons is important to watch because they're competitors in the Eastern Conference to us. Raptors, Spurs is going to be really fun to watch Wembanyama. Thunder, Mavs would be fun. You got Cooper Flag, you got Anthony Davis, you got the champion Thunder. They usually play good games. You got Nuggets, T-Wolves. Two teams who have been going back and forth the last couple of years in the Western Conference. That is a Peacock game. That's gonna be the first time I use the Peacock account. You know we have to have 5 streaming services in order to watch NBA basketball. But whatever you guys choose is the game we will be live with tomorrow. And then as per normal, when we do other NBA games, we will try to spread ourselves thin and go all around the NBA as well and trying to keep up with the league that night. I'm still working on trying to set up a show during the season that we can go to when we don't watch a specific game, but we try to watch as much basketball as we can during the night. And we'll bounce around from game to game, kind of NFL red zone style. But, you know, that's in the works. Got to figure out kind of how I want to set that up and how I want it to look. So it's not going to be anytime soon, but, you know, maybe second half of the season we'll try doing that. We'll try incorporating stuff like that. But just that said, we're on Peacock on Tuesday. Are we on Peacock on Tuesday? Really? Yes, we are on Peacock, but it's also on NBC. So I would prefer to watch it on the channel NBC. But I don't think it matters. It's the same stream. The same thing. So, yes, we are on Peacock, but also on NBC. So let's go around the league real quick before we fully sign off. Today is Sunday. Let's go over the games that have already completed. The Spurs beat the Nets. We talked about this at halftime. No need to go through the box scores. Wembanyama did his thing. Dominated, as always. The Spurs are going to be... They started the year 3-0. Wemby looks terrifying. The Pistons did beat the Celtics. Celtics start the year 0-3. I would be very upset if they tanked and got a high draft pick. I would be very upset about that. At this point, I want them to win, so they're not in the lottery. I want them to make the playoffs. I don't care. Hugo Gonzalez got the start. Shout out Hugo Gonzalez. Okay. He didn't score, but he got the start. Jaylen Brown with 41. I mean, he tried. As for the Pistons, we're going to have to keep an eye on them all season long. Obviously, we played them in the first round last year. Looks like they've just gotten better. Jalen Duren with 24 and 17. Look at Jalen Duren go. Okay. Big old stat line for Jalen Duren. Cade Cunningham, 25, 3 and 8 with 6 turnovers. Turnover still an issue for Cade Cunningham. All-Star Thompson, 21 points, 12 big old rebounds, 3 assists. All-Star Thompson is primed for a nice big old leap this season. Stewart with 9 off the bench. Holland with 7. Javonte Green with 7. Everybody seems like they're dealing with some injuries right now to start the year, which is not normal. Not typically what you see during the NBA. Cavs beat the Bucks tonight. Bucks suffered their first loss of the season. Giannis, 14 for 20 from the field. My goodness, Giannis continues to be a monster. 40, 14, and 9 for Giannis. Buckle up, y'all. We got a big game on Tuesday. Giannis has been a man on a mission this year. AJ Green with 20. He's gone off to an incredible start. Not so much for Gary Trent Jr., who was 1 for 7 from 3. Miles Turner, 13 points, 6 boards, 2 assists. He's still kind of finding his way with this Bucks team. Ryan Rollins, even 14 points as the starting point guard now. Okay, Jericho Sims off the bench scored 2 points. Once a Nick, always a Nick. Jericho Sims. Bobby Portis had a 10 off the bench. Their bench, not very good. But Giannis is a monster. DeAndre Hunter is back for the Cavs. Cool. Merrill was 17. He had 4 threes. Donovan Mitchell was 1 for 8 from 3. Evan Mobley got to the foul line, 23 for him. Lonzo played well. 11 points, 6 boards, 5 assists. Cool. Judge that said Softy Mitch is our secret weapon last season. Yeah, when Mitch is playing, I don't like that nickname. Judge is dead. Put respect on my man's name. No, Mitchell Robinson, the situation with him is weird. I wish they were a little bit more honest with what's going on. Just say, we don't, ankle was a little bit swollen during the preseason, and so we thought probably better to just sit him, rest him, make sure he's 100% ready before we play him. So, AB said buzzer beater and lost to an inferior team. Brother, this is the NBA. This is not the NFL. Teams lose to inferior teams all the time. That was Cavs Bucks. He obviously went over Knicks Heat. Hornets Wizards. Do we want to go over Hornets Wizards? Not really. But the Hornets putting up 139 points on the Wizards. We go over the games now that are currently starting. Raptors in a close game against the Mavs. Pacers in a close game with the Timberwolves. 2 games on right now. Not too interested in the Pacers. But Raptors Mavs. Is Cooper Flag playing well? Ingram. RJ continues to play very well. Scotty Barnes playing well. Quickly playing pretty well. Off the bench, Mamukelashvili playing well. My man, Sandro Mamukelashvili. As for Cooper Flag, 4 for 5 from the field. He hit a 3 for 3 from the foul line. He's playing well. 1 rebound, 1 assist. Would like to see him start filling up the stat sheet a little bit more other than scoring, because he could do more than that. I know he can. So, there's that. But that's going to wrap it up. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. It is 9 o'clock here on the East Coast, so a little bit of an earlier start time with 6 here on Sunday. So you should have a little bit of time to get ready for tomorrow, get ready for the week. So I appreciate y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me. And again, one more time, the finale screen. Thanks for hanging out with me. Shout out to all the members. Unfortunately, the Knicks suffered their first loss of the season. It happened to be their first road game of the year as well. I suspect they went out on the town last night because they did not perform all that well. They could not buy a basket. So I appreciate y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me. We're going to do it all over again tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that. So make sure y'all brush your teeth before bed. Get a good night's sleep. Shower, because some of y'all stink. I know you do. And I'll catch y'all. Stay hydrated, and I'll catch you on the next one. Good night, everybody. Bye. Wait. I did not end the, what am I doing? I did not end, I did not end the poll. What are we ending with? End the poll. Who won? What happened? What's going on with the poll? We're doing Cavs Pistons tomorrow, 35%. Thunder Mavs was second. Nuggets T-Wolves was third. Raptors Spurs was last. Y'all don't want to watch Wemby? I want to watch Wemby. So we're going to do Cavs Pistons tomorrow. Y'all voted. It's a 7 o'clock start time game, so we will be live at 6:30. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for the love and support, and I'll catch you on the next one. Good night, everybody. Bye.